Greetings from Memorial. The Juniata Valley Hornets in the District 6 Class A semifinals. Ward, the Wildcats have things set up. Back-to-back home games in the playoffs. The longer you last, the harder it gets. We're looking forward to an outstanding matchup between the 5-1 Wildcats and the 6-2 Hornets. They have been playing very, very well. I had the opportunity to broadcast their game, a video stream, in their opening round victory over the Salzburg Trojans a couple of weeks ago in beautiful Alexandria, PA. 49-21. They defeated Salzburg last week at Portage. They took out in convincing fashion the number 4 seed Portage Mustangs 43-7. Meanwhile, the Wildcats got off to a great start last week in Williamsburg after an opening round bye and defeated the Blue Pirates 35-24.
Yeah, a good effort by the Cats. They got a little sloppy in the second half. Can't afford to do that against this team. You know, Juniata's great history, Mark. Homer has a little payback here. They went out there last year and got spanked pretty good. I still contend Ben Schmidt was maybe 60% best. He couldn't run much, and that certainly affects his team, obviously. But he's healthy tonight. Juniata's on a roll. Great game.
Well, the winner of this game will play the winner of tomorrow night's game at Mansion Park. We will do that game as well. The Purchase Line Red Dragons also playing well, peaking at the right time like they did a year ago against perennial power Bishop Guilfoyle, the Marauders, back in the semifinal. Ward, this is Homer Center's 6th trip to a District 6 semifinal. Their record, 5-0. Here at home, boy, a strange, I know you looked at my game notes.
Yes.
Strange situation. At home, the Wildcats, let's hope they remain that way. They're undefeated all time in home playoff games, 10-0. On the road, I'm not counting neutral sites because a championship game would be a neutral site, but on the road, like last year, as you mentioned, the loss in convincing fashion at Juniata Valley, they are 0-8.
Yeah, it's hard to explain, and I was a little surprised when I saw that stat. That something's going to give tonight. Juniata Valley, they're just on a roll at Homer Center, 10-0 on home. Something's going to give.
7th time in 8 seasons under head coach Greg Page that he's taken his team to the playoffs. It's also their 15th appearance all time. I think sometimes many fans, maybe ourselves included, take it for granted. It's hard to get here, particularly hard to get to a semifinal or a championship game. Under Coach Page, this program's been the model of consistency.
Yeah, you almost expect it, don't you? And it's something to credit to the coaching staff and their dedication. These guys aren't doing this in September. They're doing this in April and working through the progressions as the summer goes on. They're constantly trying to keep this program at that lofty level. It's a tough thing to do. That's why they're playing here tonight, though.
Juniata Valley's also been at a lofty level under their head coach, Bill Musser. They're looking for their 3rd straight trip to Mansion Park to a championship game. They won their school's 3rd title back in 2018, defeating United. I think we did that game. 36-20 was the final score, but lost to Bishop Guilfoyle last year, 36-17. They won back-to-back titles in 1986 and 1987 over wins over Bishop Carroll and Blacklick Valley. Hornets also advanced to the title game in 06, losing to Bellwood-Annis 22-8. Overall, they're 3-2 in championship games. They're looking to get back for a 3rd straight year. That, too, is hard to do.
Yeah, you know, they really have good athletes, Mark. We talk about it, but, you know, the Wildcats and Juniata have met in basketball quite often, too. These are very good schools athletically, both in football and in basketball. And we'll probably see some of that crossover stuff going on. But that's all that's a carryover. They're very proud programs, very solid programs, loaded with good athletes. We should see a great game here tonight.
Tonight is the 3rd all-time meeting between the two schools, both in the playoffs, the previous two. Last year, 42-6. Pounding at the hands of the Juniata Valley Hornets. That game was close late in the first half. A couple of touchdowns within 20 seconds, one of them on a turnover. And then back in 2013, here at Memorial Field in the quarterfinals, Homer Center with a dominating 41-7 victory over the Juniata Valley Hornets. So I don't know if that means anything, but I know the Wildcats would like to get revenge from last year because they feel they were a better team than they showed.
What does mean something is Homer's defense needs to play their best game They have not done that. They did pretty well last week against Williamsburg, kind of faltered in the second half. They can't afford to do that tonight. They need to play 4 solid quarters.
We have a jam-packed pregame show. We have both coaches, Bill Musser and Greg Page. When we come back, there's a common opponent, actually 2 common opponents. Williamsburg would be one. But in the Heritage Conference, the Salzburg Trojans, as I mentioned, met this Hornet team a couple of weeks ago. And Homer Center, of course, played Salzburg. So I talked to Mike Lazier, the head coach of the Salzburg Trojans. Actually, I had Chuck Clark. See, that's what delegation's all about. Chuck talked to Mike Lazier to get him a quick synopsis to size this game up. It's about a minute and 15-second comment. So we'll have that on the other side of the break as we count it down toward a 7 o'clock kickoff here at Memorial Field. It's the Hornets and the Wildcats, the District 6 Class A semifinals winner to Mansion Park next weekend for the District 6 Class A championship. We're coming right back. We'll continue our pregame show right here on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
This is State Representative Jim Struzzi. I want to sincerely thank the people of the 62nd Legislative District for your overwhelming re-election support. I am truly honored to serve as your voice in Harrisburg and look forward to continuing the hard work ahead. Serious challenges face our communities, and we will address them through effective leadership, communication, compassion, and understanding. My staff and I are dedicated to serving you and working in partnership with our local, state, and federal leaders to make all of our lives better. I truly appreciate your support. And let's go, local teams.
Maybe you've heard of the Colonial Experience, but did you know that that begins before you even walk in the door? At shopcolonialcars.com, we bring you a convenient way to begin your car shopping experience. Browse our selection of vehicles, and then come on in for the rest of the Colonial Experience. That's a lifetime warranty, lifetime state inspections, and more on your new vehicle, and a promise to keep working for you, even after you drive off the lot. Because giving you unparalleled service is what we do. shopcolonialcars.com.
Seeing our kids suit up for football, cheerleading, or band are once-in-a-lifetime moments our parents just don't want to miss.
Current conditions have changed the way we enjoy athletic events. We appreciate every opportunity to watch our kids perform, even if that looks a little different this year.
As a community bank, we're happy to partner with Renda Broadcasting's coverage of Heritage Conference football games. We are proud parents and supporters of our local schools.
Congratulations and good luck to all students, staff, and everyone involved.
If only she parked in a garage. If only they had the chimney cleaned. If only they had Erie Insurance. Erie is seriously good insurance that treats you fairly and goes above and beyond to make you feel like your auto or home mishap never happened, at rates that'll save you as much as the other guys. So get a quote from Erie today, because whatever your regrets in life, your insurance company shouldn't be one of them.
Erie Insurance.
You've been involved in a collision or accident, call the collision repair specialist Petrov's A1 Auto Body, a family-owned business serving the community since 1946. Call Petrov's A1 Auto Body in Clymer, the collision repair specialist at 724-254-9417.
For more than 100 years, the Indiana Regional Medical Center has been your #1 health option, always striving to bring you the latest, most innovative medical care, like urgent care, now available in Indiana at MedExpress at 2128 Oakland Avenue. IRMC and MedExpress have formed an exciting new partnership for urgent care services. So when you have a cold or the flu, you've injured yourself and need diagnostic services for a sprain or fracture, your lab work, or have some non-emergency health issue, visit MedExpress, 2128 Oakland Avenue in Indiana.
So I think it took Juniata Valley a little time to get their footing. And then the other common opponent, Salzburg, Homer Center defeated them in an Arena League football game, 56-33 in Week 5 at Salzburg. That was on October 9th. And then Juniata Valley, opening week of the playoffs, October 23rd, it was 49-21. So I don't know how much you can...
It's good talking points, huh?
Yeah.
The stat that you do have there that I think is amazing is there's no Heritage team that's ever beaten Juniata Valley. I was stunned when I saw that.
Well, not ever, but they're on a roll. It's the Hornets have won 6 straight games in a row against Heritage Conference opponents, dating back to 2016. So
there's some good
it's been a
teams
while.
In that mix.
The last team to beat Juniata Valley out of the Heritage Conference?
I'm going to say Homer Center.
Homer Center, 2013, 42-6. So let's hope that it's bookends. I remember a bookend with Bishop Guilfoyle.
Yeah, I still like that.
2013 and 17. But anyway, talk to Mike Leisure, head coach of the Salzburg Trojans. Got a quick reaction from Mike. Chuck Clark was nice enough to give him a call today, and here's what Coach Leisure had to say.
The head coach of the Salzburg Trojans. Coach, you've recently played both Homer Center and Juniata Valley. Looking at these two teams, where do you think Homer Center has an advantage in tonight's game?
You know, looking at Homer City, I think the way that, they're offensively, with Ben Schmidt, I think they'll have opportunities in the passing game. When we played against Juniata Valley, their DBs are very aggressive. They play downhill, they're run stoppers. So when you do that, and with Homer City's passing game, I think Schmidt will have the opportunity tonight to get some guys open in the vertical game and make plays downfield.
Now, when you look at the Juniata Valley team, any advantages that they might have over Homer Center?
Juniata Valley, I mean, they're going to get the ball to that Brower kid, number 5. That's the key. So it's going to come down to, whether or not Homer City can stop him. They've had some lapses on defense, and they're going to really have to put it together. And I'm sure Coach Page put a good game plan together. Him and his staff put a good game plan. But number 5 is the key. If they can slow number 5 down, they'll have a good opportunity.
How much of a factor will Homer Center playing on their home field be tonight?
I think it will be big for Homer. I think Homer being at home, that's definitely going to help them.
Friday night, and that means football tonight. Flying now. Come on in.
Our pregame show from Memorial Field continues, and as promised, we have head coach Bill Musser of the Juniata Valley Hornets. Coach, congratulations on another great season. Your program has really been on a roll. You're looking for a 3rd straight trip to Mansion Park, right?
Yes, we are. Yeah, and it's a testament to the kids. It's a testament to the community we come from. It's a hardworking, salt-of-the-earth group of community members here, and it's been passed down to the kids.
I saw your ball club a couple of weeks ago. I did the Salzburg game, and you won that game handedly, and then really it was a demolition, let's say, of the Portage Mustangs, so you're peaking at the right time, it looks like.
Yeah, against Salzburg, they're a hard-hitting team, and we just wanted to try to come out and match the physicality of Salzburg, and I thought we did a nice job of that. And this past Saturday night, we came out at Portage. Our kids were, our coaching staff did a tremendous job of getting the kids prepared and knowing what Portage was attempting to do, and then we just took advantage of a few mistakes they made and got ourselves in a comfortable position.
I guess every coach deals with this every year, but you lost some key players from last year's ball club. Does it take a while to maybe find your groove and put the puzzle together, particularly at a small school?
Yes, it certainly does. We were fortunate enough. Our junior varsity program's been playing games here the last few years, so the kids are getting some experience. And they when we got the opportunity to get on the ground here in July, we were getting good numbers into the weight room and into workouts, and so the kids were able to to move forward. And like you said, with our program being where it is, we're starting to build on things instead of having to constantly install new things.
Well, let's talk about tonight's game against the Homer Center Wildcats. You played them a year ago at your place, and it wasn't really a contest, 41-6. You knocked out the Wildcats. I guess one question would be, how are you different, and how do you see them as being different from a year ago?
Well, number one, I think their quarterback is healthy. Number 3 is healthy. The Schmidt boy, I think he's healthy this year. Last year, I don't believe he came to that game with good health, so that's going to be a huge difference right there. I think we're a little different in the standpoint of last year at this time, we relied really on our outside speed. I think we have the ability this year to be a little bit more diverse defensively. We're going to have to make sure that we wrap up and get after some people.
Chase Rand has had a good playoff run so far. Gabe Brower, your quarterback, Hunter Johnson, has done a nice job. Talk a little bit more about your offense and what you hope to do tonight against Homer Center.
Well, we hope to be able to control the ball a little bit more. Homer Center is a big play offense. I think one of the best defenses against them is to keep hold of the ball, and the longer we can keep hold of the ball, the less they can score. So that'll be a key. And our offensive line has to come out with an attitude that they want to move people. And if we do that and don't turn the ball over, I think we'll have a fair fight into the fourth quarter anyways.
I've been really impressed with your line. I saw a little bit of the Portage game, and of course, as I mentioned, I did the Salzburg game. Is this a pretty good group, comparatively speaking, from the last couple of years on both sides of the ball?
Well, interestingly enough, like you said about who we lost, we actually lost 3 of our starters from last year, and all 3 of which are playing college football currently. So I think that ties into a little bit. This group has, challenged them on a daily basis, and that's starting to show now. But, they worked against some really good kids last year, and are working against some, each other on a daily basis. And they really take it to heart. The offensive line really does that. It hinges upon how they act and behave. So we're hoping that they continue that good attitude up tonight.
Do you change anything up defensively against a spread offense like Homer Center, Bill?
Well, like I said, with the way their quarterback is, we're definitely going to have to make a few surprises here and there. But I think that's one of the great things of Coach Showalter. He's willing to do some things that are different. He's not willing to just sit back in the same defense and allow the team to come right down the field. He's willing to make changes. So I enjoy that fact and enjoy coaching with him for that fact. And, yeah, I think we'll have a few tricks here and there.
What kind of game would you expect, Coach?
I expect this to be a close, hard-hitting game. I think it's a race to the first team that can score maybe the 4th touchdown, the 4th score, I think is going to be the game we'll see tonight.
28 will win it?
I think 28 will put you in good position. I think if you have 28 on the board, I think you'll be in good position to win the game in the 4th quarter.
All right. Well, Coach, thanks for doing this. We look forward to seeing you tonight. I believe this will be your first trip to Homer Center. The Hornets played 2013, I believe. I don't know that you were coaching at that time.
I was the offensive coordinator at that time. So, yes, that was my first trip to Homer Center, and hopefully I can do something a little different this time.
All right, Coach. Good luck. Hey, thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
Head coach Bill Musser of the Juniata Valley Hornets. His team 6-2. They've really been playing well, looking to get back to the championship game themselves. We're going to come back, make a trip across the sideline, and visit with 14. Your head coach Greg Page of the Homer Center Wildcats will do that when we continue on an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman, and I'd like to offer my heartfelt thanks to everyone who voted for my re-election. I'm honored that you placed your trust in me, and with that trust, I guarantee I will continue to work tirelessly on your behalf to address challenges and move our region and our Commonwealth forward. I have every confidence that our future is bright. And speaking of our future, I salute all of our young student athletes for competing in the district and state playoffs.
Really love the holidays at Graham Graham's, but it's tough to
relax.
The Dish guy heard us. Said with the Dish Anywhere app, we could bring the comfort of our home TV along with us. Live TV, on demand, even our DVR shows.
Feel good shows.
That put us right at ease. Mostly.
So many eyes.
Take live TV, on demand, and your home DVR anywhere. Dish, tuned into you.
The Indiana County Technology Center Adult Education Program offers a variety of career pathways for adults. Whether you're looking for a new career or simply just learn new skills, ICTC's selection of diverse programs will help you achieve your goals. Our programs are tailored to fit your needs and offer industry-specific certification opportunities. Call today at 724-349-6700 to find out how we can help you become more successful.
Coming is your car ready. The incredible tire sale is on at Freedom Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Northern Cambria. Buy 3 tires, get the 4th for $1. Buy 3 tires, get the 4th for $1. Stop in or call Freedom about the most trusted tire brands available. They're all buy 3, get the 4th for $1. Ask about additional super service specials too. Nobody does tires and service like Freedom Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Northern Cambria. For more information, call their lucky number at 814-948-7777.
No matter who you are or where you are, CNB Bank makes it easy to take care of life's necessities, like paying Uncle Rick back for lunch or depositing that paycheck for dog sitting. And even if you prefer to bank the more traditional way, we still rock that too.
Welcome to CNB Bank.
Experience better banking at CNB Bank.
Been involved in a collision or accident? Call the collision repair specialist Petroff's A1 Auto Body, a family-owned business serving the community since 1946. Call Petroff's A1 Auto Body in Clymer, the collision repair specialist at 724-254-9417.
Pre-game show from Memorial Field continues with Homer Center head coach Greg Page. The coaches report all season long and for the past few seasons, brought to you by Walbeck Insurance. More choices, more savings. Walbeck Insurance, Main Street in Homer City. You can visit them online at walbeckinsurance.com. Coach, sixth trip to the District 6 semifinals in school history. You're looking for a sixth trip to the District 6 title game, not you personally, but the program. And that road gets tougher tonight, doesn't it?
It does. Each round you advance. Obviously, you're playing good competition. We played that last week and as well, and you got to be ready. I mean, you're going to have a good football team coming to town with Juniata Valley. They've been on a roll the last couple years. We need to try to turn the tables from how we played against them last year.
I mentioned it's tough to get to this point. This is your fourth time as a head coach in this situation in the semifinals. Greg, what's been the key? Because the program has been so consistent under your leadership.
Well, you know, we've got great players. You know, they come up through, kids that love football. A lot of kids have stayed through from the younger years, which is a key to keep them in love with the game. We've had very good continuity on our staff. I mean, guys that have just a passion for the game, Homer City guys for the most part. And, you know, that combination where they've been working hard with our kids and laying out the expectations, the attention to detail. I've been very fortunate to be a part of things like that with the staff and the caliber of the kids.
The road to the school's third D6 title back in 2013 included a home game, I believe, in the quarterfinals with the Juniata Valley Hornets. That seems like a long time ago now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But that's always nice to be at home and at the friendly confines, as I like to say.
Yeah, I used that term yesterday with our kids. I said, you know, you get your second straight home playoff game at the friendly confines. I said, as a kid, especially for our seniors in their situation, I don't know how it gets any better than this. I mean, it's just, I told them, I said, this is where a dream can come true. Hopefully we're ready. I think we are, and we'll see if we can take advantage of it.
That was a blowout victory that propelled you to another win and then ultimately a District 6 victory over Bishop Guilfoyle. Last year in the quarterfinals, you had to make the long trip to Alexandria, PA, to their place, and it was a blowout loss. A couple of late first half touchdowns made it 20-0. I think they scored twice within 20 seconds off of a turnover, and then the second half it just got away. So what is different this year, you know, as you look at the two ball clubs? I know every year is different. You have to replace so many parts.
Yeah, I hope a lot's different compared to that game. We didn't lose that many seniors, but we've lost a couple other kids along the way this year or prior to this season that played a big part in that game. I think they graduated a fair amount of guys, but I think they still have some good, talented kids back, got some size. I think they're always well coached. So I expect a similar type team and effort from them. I hope we trend a lot better than we did last year. I was very disappointed in how we, even the way we started that game and how we played throughout. I just thought we had more. I know we had guys banged up, but I think it's a different mentality this year.
You think that maturity with the younger group that are now juniors and seniors, that benefits you?
I would hope so, yeah. I mean, that's the only thing that can help there is the benefit of experience, and some of those guys have it.
Well, they've been on a roll too, their program. They're looking for a third straight trip to the District 6 championship game. You're, of course, hoping to get back. What about the scouting report on Juniata Valley?
Well, I think offensively it's enough with their formations and their schemes to get the ball in really good football players' hands, like Gabe Brower, who's a slot, who also run the ball. He'll hurt you in the bubble, hurt you on the deep pass. The Rand kid, number 3, and Boone, 24, they get some carries in the backfield. Two Johnson kids, you know, one's kind of an X factor, a receiver, and the other one's a quarterback, and they're just good athletes. They're that tall, tall, sturdy kids, you know, that have good athletic ability. And, you know, you're looking at them too up front, they got a couple big tackles. So when they want to power the ball, they can, but when they want to get the ball out on the perimeter, they do that well also.
I had the opportunity to do their game at home at Juniata Valley when they hosted Salzburg in the opening round of the playoffs, and I saw a little bit of the video stream from Portage, blowout victory for the Hornets last week. What impresses me about them, and I'm curious, is this going to be one of the more physical fronts that you've seen all season long.
I believe it will be, yeah. I mean, that's not taking anything away from anybody we played in conference or last week, but I believe it will be. I think they have an aggressive nature on defense, and they feel good with the guys in the back end, their 4 D-backs, to be able to cover up for some things if they want to take some chances. So we got to get off the football, and we got to run hard.
Keys to the game. Obviously, you can't do what you did last year and turn it over 4 times.
Right, and I think it was, I think you alluded to 20 seconds, they scored 2 touchdowns and basically take control of the game, whereas it could have been a 1-score game at the half. That's keeping your composure, but moving the football, and we'll take scores, whenever they happen, but being able to control the ball and get some first downs as well. And defensively has to be the key again. We just have to play good fundamental team defense.
Injuries, I know Caden Brown nicked up a little bit. Is he going to be able to go, and overall health of your team?
He's going to go, yeah. He's got a club on the one hand, but he didn't want to be denied. That's a good thing. Overall, the rest of the guys, the health is pretty good.
Weather's going to be good tonight.
Yeah.
Beautiful day in Indiana County today, and it's going to be above average temperatures. So that's nice when you're in November too, because you never know what you're going to get.
Absolutely, yeah. Last week we were worried about the rain and the field conditions, and here we are. It's like we're back in the spring.
Coach, good luck tonight. Always great to be playing football in November. I know this semifinal comes earlier than normal, but that's okay. Just glad to be playing football, and really both of these teams having this opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. We're thrilled about the opportunity.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Head Coach Greg Page, brought to you by Walbeck Insurance. We're going to come back with more. Ward Hilliard will be looking at the starting lineups. We'll be breaking this game down a little bit more as we approach a 7 o'clock kickoff. The Coaches Report brought to you by Walbeck Insurance, and more of the pregame show coming up on the other side of this break on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
Call Larry Catless, financial advisor of Eagle Strategies LLC, a registered investment advisor for all of your financial planning needs. Registered representative offering securities through Nilife Securities LLC, member FINRA SIPC, a licensed insurance agency. Office located at 674 Philadelphia Street, Indiana, PA. Eagle Strategies LLC and Nilife Securities LLC are New York Life companies. Call this number. It's never too late. 463-7788.
Christy Sweet was diagnosed with breast cancer at just 32 years old. Fortunately, IRMC Cancer Center, in partnership with UPMC Hillman Cancer Center, is just 20 minutes from her home. Today, after a chemotherapy, a double mastectomy, and radiation therapy, Christy is cancer-free. Learn more about Christy's story and the world-renowned cancer care right here in Indiana at upmchillman.com/IRMC.
Nestled in the heart of Indiana County, the Indiana County Technology Center serves over 400 students from 8 sending schools across the county. The evolution of our programs follow industry trends, fulfilling unique workforce needs right here in our own backyard. The ICTC is empowering tomorrow's workforce with an engaging, real-life approach to career and technical education. We offer 13 high-demand program areas and a variety of career pathways. Employable, certified, and driven. That is what an ICTC graduate looks like.
Lots of people still don't realize the benefits of chiropractic health care. It improves balance, muscle flexibility, joints, improves range of motion, athletic coordination, and helps the body recover faster. Many professional athletes use chiropractic health care to improve performance and prevent injuries. See the difference Maine's Chiropractic can make for you. Maine's Chiropractic, Main Street, Homer City. Adjusting today for a better tomorrow.
Run it through Mark.
evening, fans, and welcome to Memorial Field, home of the Homer Center Wildcats. Tonight, we have semifinal round action of the PIAA Class Single A District 6 playoffs. The Wildcats, with a record of 5-1, will host the Hornets of Juniata Valley, who come in with a record of 6-2. The winner will travel to Mansion Park in Altoona next weekend to play the winner of Bishop Guilfoyle on Purchase Line for the District 6 Class A Championship. Fans, the PIAA District 6 and the Homer Center School District remind all spectators that they are required to wear face coverings that cover the nose and mouth while entering, while in attendance, and while departing Memorial Field. Also, 6 feet of distancing is required while in attendance at the game. Thank you for your cooperation. Fans are also reminded tonight's contest should reflect the mutual respect between the Homer Center and Juniata Valley School Districts. Actions by spectators, players, or others in attendance meant to demean opposing contestants, teams, spectators, and officials are not in the highest ideals of interscholastic sportsmanship and will not be tolerated. Now, fans, if you will please rise, remove your hats, and stand for the playing of the national anthem and the alma mater by the Homer Center Wildcats Marching Band.
Our notebook here. Ward, the Wildcats hoping to stay hot on offense, that scored 290 points in 6 games, easily a school record. Last year, they scored 258 in 11 games. And that was a good offense last year. We mentioned the 10-0 record here at home in the playoffs. Incredibly, the opposite on the road. They're 0-8, 6-2 in neutral site matchups. That's what they're hoping for next week, even though they would go on what is technically Bishop Guilfoyle home field if they can get by Purchase Line. Purchase Line may give them a run for the money. Let's hope they do. I talked to Matt Polisic today. Seemed like a pretty confident bunch. We're certainly pulling for Purchase Line. We hope that the Bishop Carroll kids got a lot of candy last week as they were masquerading as a Class A football team on Halloween night. They had their Marauder mask on and went around to the neighborhood, say, hey, we're Bishop Carroll, we're masquerading as Guilfoyle as a Class A football team. Rush to the Wildcats defense. Homer Center's defense has struggled this year but played better in their playoff victory over Williamsburg. Would you agree? They gave up 228 yards, or they allowed 228 yards rushing per game, only 160 last week against the Blue Pirates. The best mark was 56 yards in the season opener against United. Next best was 146 against West Shamokin in week 2. I thought it was a step in the right direction.
Yeah, it definitely was a step. They tackled better, and they played, as I said, the first half very well. They need to continue that through 4 quarters, and I think it's very important that they win first down, meaning 3 yards or less every time that Juniata has the ball.
Average points per game, Ward, for Homer Center, 48.3. It's been kept our studio engineer, our executive producer of Wildcat Sports, Michael Burdick, busy with the replays. I think the most amazing number, first I'll give you 24 rushing touchdowns, 16 passing TDs, but average yards per play, they've run exactly 300 offensive plays this season. You know what they've averaged? I'll let Jerry take a guess too. Per play. Yep. 8.7 for Jerry, and Ward, what do you say?
10.
9.5 is their average yard per play this year. They've had 29 explosive drives that have averaged over 10-plus yards, 5 methodical drives that have featured 10-plus plays. That's what Juniata Valley wants tonight. They want methodical drives, keep the ball away from Homer Center. And Ben Schmidt, average yards per game, rushing and passing. What do you think Ben is averaging per game himself? 396 yards.
Seriously?
It's 178 rushing per game,
incredible.
218 passing. And two things I want to point out. The past 2 seasons, Drew Kaufman, we don't give him enough attention, 50 receptions. He has 22 receptions this season for an amazing 601 yards. That's over 27 yards per catch.
It's close to the record, too.
Last week, we apologize, and I want to mention this on the air. We had a slight error on running back Colin Troop. And it happens, the press box, we had some lights off, and Jerry rarely makes a mistake. But Colin actually had over 100 yards last week, 113 yards against Williamsburg on 19 carries. So congratulations
do that
to
tonight
Colin.
again, right?
Ward's starting lineups brought to you by Maine's Chiropractic. Chris, give him the old adjustment there from Maine's Chiropractic.
Thank you very much. Always appreciate it. Adam Boone will be with one of the ends. He's a 5'11", 220-pound senior. Tackle will be Dalton Dick. Senior 6 foot 260. Left guard is Samuel Wagner. Senior 5'10", 150. Max Eichelberger is the center. He's a junior 5'9", 205. The right guard's Daniel Wagner. Senior 6'2", 210. The right tackle, Jonathan Bouch. He's a junior 6'2", 250. And Landon Reed is a good one. He is the right end. He is a senior 6'2", 185. In the backfield, quarterback's Hunter Johnson. Senior 5'10", 155. Fullback will be Jace Rand. Junior at 5'10", 165. Gabe Brower is also back there, the senior, 5'10", 186. And the slot back, Jake Johnson, a junior at 5'10", 155. For Homer Center, Shady McCoy be the tight end. The senior, 6 foot 206. Left tackle will be Isaiah Benz, junior at 6'4", 254. Or Nick Manzanilla, senior at 6'1", 241. Sage Bernard, the left guard, junior, 5'9", 231. Micah Hurd, the center, senior, 6'1", 217. Vinny Taglietta is the right guard. He's the sophomore, 5'9", 207. Mike Yount, the right tackle, the junior, 6'4", 254. And Drew Kaufman will be the wideout on the right, senior, 5'10", 168. In the backfield, Ben Schmidt, quarterback, senior, 6'1", 205. Colin Troop will be the running back, junior at 5'10", 173. Michael Krajosik, one slot, sophomore at 5'10", 155. And he'll be joined by Travis Mock, a senior at 5'8", 171. Mark?
Starting lineups brought to you by Maine's Chiropractic, adjusting today for a better tomorrow. Fans, quality healthcare is just a touchdown run away from Homer Center High School when you visit IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville. Urgent Care is open 7 days a week, too, if you have minor illness or injuries. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. Cardiovascular testing, x-rays, scans, lab work, and much more, all at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, located off Old Route 22 in Blairsville. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge. Get in, get out, get better. Our executive producer of our video stream tonight is Dee Ober from SeaWorld Satellites. If you don't have Dish Network, we hope you'll get it soon. You can contact Dish Network and SeaWorld's, or contact SeaWorld Satellites. They'll set you up. I have it, and you should too. It's fantastic. And SeaWorld Satellites, one of the biggest distributors. We have the video crew led by Zachary Vogt, a Homer Center grad, working from IUP, helping us tonight with a whole bunch of students, too. We'll try to acknowledge them as we go along. Our statistician is Jerry Rossai, our spotter in the booth, Chris Graham, and our executive producer on the radio side is Michael Burdick. Fans, that's the pregame show. Stay with us for the opening kickoff coming up next as we kick off the District 6 semifinals on an IRMC High School Sports Night on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
Of Marcus and Mack is right here. Unique technological capabilities allow your claim to be processed by phone, text, or email without you ever having to leave your home. Contact the law office of Marcus and Mack. Get all the compensation you deserve.
Yeah, you can run the bumper. And a winner in his bid for re-election state representative. Juniata Valley in their traveling uniforms, green pants, white jerseys, green numerals. They have a good kicker. Actually had 2 kickers. One's out for the season. That is Jefferson, number 80, Jefferson Hill. You can scratch him from your roster tonight. But Rodkey's a good kicker, really strong on extra points. Homer Center will receive here tonight. And Rodkey approaches the ball, end over end kick. Coming up to take it, Ben Schmidt at the 14-yard line to the 20, to the 25, 30, 35, 40. Comes near side. He's pushed out of bounds into the Wildcat bench by the kicker, Jacob Rodkey. And the Wildcats will have it right near the 45-yard line. Looks like they'll spot it at the 44.
Rodkey saved the day, did he not? Ben broke to the outside, was going to head up that sideline. Rodkey does what you're supposed to do as the kicker. Cut that angle off, and he did a nice job knocking Ben out. But Homer sets up good shape here. Their own 45. Here we go.
Yep, they do give him the 45. Near side receiver is Michael Krajosic. Caught a long pass for a TD last week. Ben from the gun, of course. And he's going to hand it off to Colin Troop, trying to bounce it outside, trying to get to the corner. He does to midfield and into the Juniata Valley bench. I thought for a moment, because I've seen this Juniata Valley defense, and they are very good. They like to attack. I'm thinking when he bounced it out, that might be trouble, but he got to the edge and picked up almost 10 yards into Hornet territory. Ball now on the opposite hash at the 45.5-yard line of the Hornets. Second down and 1 as the Wildcats go no huddle. Twins near side. Twins up top as well. And Ben going to throw out in the flat to Mock. Mock hauls it in, gets a block from Krajosic, and has a first down to the 40. On the tackle, Jacob Rodkey again. He did it on the kick coverage team, did it there too, but the Wildcats moved the chains.
One of the strengths of these receivers is yards after catch. That's one of Jack's favorite phrases, the yak yardage. And that was a nice example of it right there. That ball was caught in the backfield, but turned into a nice first down for Homer. They're in 4-down territory.
Mock's 15th reception of the season. 1st and 10 at the Hornet 40. Opening minute of the game, and Ben's going to keep it. Ben up the middle, breaks the tackle, cuts it back on his feet at the 30, and he's tackled inside the 25. So Ben with 16 yards or so. Mike Musser, the cornerback on the right side, making the tackle. We're tracking Ben Schmidt tonight. Ben needs 93 yards to also become the all-time leading rusher in school history, so we'll watch that very closely. There's 16 to the good for the senior signal caller. Running back is Troop. They hand it off to Collum, and he darts through an opening and has good running room down to just shy of the 15-yard line. Jake Johnson on the stop. Jake Johnson, one of the safeties in their defense, but a good gain from the 24 down close to the 15. We'll call it the 16-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
Troops run so well. He's taken some of the pressure off of Ben, so you've got to honor Troop whenever he's in the backfield. You've got to give him some respect.
H-back to the right is Shady McCoy. Ben Schmidt from the gun keeps it up the middle inside the 10. Wildcats are going to have a 1st and goal as he picked up, let's see, about 7 yards, maybe 8, depending on the spot. It's going to be at the 8-yard line, so it's a gain of 8 for Schmidt.
First down and goal, Homer Center.
1st and goal, Homer Center, you may remember, scored 55 seconds into the game last week on their opening drive, hoping to duplicate that here tonight. Sidecar to the right is Troop, but Ben fakes the toss, keeps it, and powers his way inside the 5. Going to be down to about maybe the 2-yard line, it looks like, from the line judge. On the tackle, Max Eichelberger. Not listed as a starter, but in there defensively tonight, evidently. No, maybe not, Chris is saying. All right, we'll check it. Might have been Andrew Ross. They reposition Troop from the right to the left of Schmidt. 2nd and goal from the 2. Ben's going to keep it, bounces it outside. That's an easy trip into the end zone for his 18th rushing touchdown of the season. And it is 6-0 Homer Center. They drive 55 yards. Wow, that was a heck of a drive by Homer Center out of the gate and running here tonight in this District 6 semifinal.
Just, you give credit to that offensive line, Mark. I was watching during the entire drive. They are knocking some holes open, and Schmidt's having his way as he's calling troops. So let's give the line some credit. Boy, they look pretty sharp in that drive.
Shady McCoy, the long snapper. Holders Drew Kaufman. Snap is good. It's put down, and the kick is up. They brought pressure, but they got it away, and Ben's kick is good. Good start for Homer Center. That offensive line, Isaiah Ben, Sage Bernard, center Micah Hurd, Vinny Taglietti, and Michael Yunt leading the way. Homer Center, like they did last week, they score on the opening drive of the game. It's 7-0 Homer Center. Juniata Valley's turn when we return on an IRMC High School Sports Night on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
This is State Representative Jim Struzzi. I want to sincerely thank the people of the 62nd Legislative District for your overwhelming re-election support. I am truly honored to serve as your voice in Harrisburg and look forward to continuing the hard work ahead. Serious challenges face our communities, and we will address them through effective leadership, communication, compassion, and understanding. My staff and I are dedicated to serving you and working in partnership with our local, state, and federal leaders to make all of our lives better. I truly appreciate your support. And let's go, local teams.
I'm Dave Jr. of Bork Farms in Homer City. We're celebrating our first anniversary of offering a great selection of our own farm-grown freezer beef cuts. And we couldn't have done it without your support. Don't worry where your beef comes from, because at Bork Farms, it's beef from the beginning. Stop by our beautiful store at Bork Farms on Neal Road in Homer City. We've added some great new items. You can also visit our Facebook page or call us at Bork Farms, 724-479-0656.
Squib kick as we do come back live to the stadium, and it's fielded on the ground by Adam Boone. He's a backup running back. Ward, if he gets in there, you'll see he's a hard-nosed runner, Boone. When they give Chase Rand a blow, they'll start at the 35, so that didn't work out too badly for Homer Center.
No, you'd want to avoid. They're having trouble covering returns anyway, Mark. So that we'll take that. Homer will take that. Let's see what we get here for defense now.
Line at scrimmage, the 36. Colonial drive summary for Homer Center. 7 plays, 55 yards, took 2:08. Quarterback Hunter Johnson sends Brower in motion, and there's some confusion, so Johnson's going to keep it, rolls to the right, and it doesn't go too badly for him. He's going to pick up close to 5 yards, depending where he stepped out of bounds on the far side of the field. We'll give him about 4 yards to the 40.
Yeah, you were right. There was. He looked to hand the ball off. There was nobody there. Looked like the road runner with the coyote after him there. We beep, beep, off he went. Around the right side, picked up 4 yards. So
Second down. 6 to go, ball at the 40. You'll see them look at their bench, much like Homer Center does from the spread formation. Again, Brower in motion, but they give it up the middle to Rand, and Rand has running room, plows his way to midfield. Before Homer Center finally stopped him, he'll gain 10, maybe even 11 yards, depending on the spot. Defensively, Michael Yunt for Homer Center.
looks like they got Manzanillo on the nose. I don't know if he's played that spot now. He's shifting around a little bit.
Well, last week they changed things up and moved Caden Brown. We'll watch him too because he's playing with a broken bone in his hand. He's on the right defensive end position. 1st and 10 from midfield, and Homer Center jumped the gun. As getting a little overzealous. Was that the young man you were just talking about?
I'm afraid it was.
No, actually that was Nick Manzanilla. So that'll be a 5-yard mark off on Homer Center. If I remember right, Hunter Johnson did a good job of pulling Salzburg offside on a few occasions with a hard count.
And again, you know, those are drive killers, but they also do a great job in sustaining drives, and that was a little shot in the arm there. They only have 5 to go and 4 plays to get it.
Hornets offense averages 34.6 points a game, 215 yards rushing, 114 passing, 329 yards overall. They have a 1st and 5 at the Homer Center 45. And they hand it off to Rand. Rand comes near side, has running room to the Wildcat 40. Krajosik misses him, and they're going to force him out of bounds, but not before he gets to the 32-yard line. And back come the Hornets at Homer Center. Michael Krajosik and Riley Clevenger force him out of bounds, and they're going to put it down, let's see, at about the 31-yard line.
Linebackers got to get rid of their blocks. Did not do it that time. That let him get to the edge and make that big gain. So the Wildcats going to have to get a little more aggressive.
14-yard gain for Rand. who had 319 yards rushing on 45 carries in their 2 playoff wins past couple of weeks. Again, you'll see that a lot where they stand up and look at the bench, the lineman, the quarterback, and they hand it off to Rand. Rand off the right tackle, slithers through an opening and has positive yardage down toward the 26 or 27-yard line for the Homer Center Wildcats making that tackle. Not sure. Group might have been young again, I'm not sure. Gain of 5 yards, 2nd down and 5. Jake Johnson, near side receiver. Hunter Johnson with a sidecar to his right. That is Chase Rand. Hunter Johnson, 62 of 117 for 798 yards passing. He's thrown 5 picks, 6 touchdowns. Jake Johnson, as they fumble the football, it's loose. They dive for it, and Juniata Valley has it back, and that's a break for Homer Center. It's going to back them up to the 42 or 43-yard line as Drew Kaufman touched him down. Drew couldn't quite get to the ball, and they give him a pretty generous spot, really, at about the 36-yard line, but that sets up 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, Homer needed a break there. They were giving up chunks of yards again. They've got to close those gaps with that defensive line, Mark.
Got to watch the bubble screen with this team. They ran 2 of them against Salzburg. They both went for long touchdowns. And Gabe Brower's the young man they like to target. He has 25 receptions. He's lined up at the top of your video screen if you're watching the game tonight. And Johnson going to throw deep, and he has Jake Johnson out there, hauls it in at the 10, 5, touchdown. Juniata Valley Hornets, they strike on a 3rd and 15 from the 36-yard line as he got behind the secondary. And Juniata Valley answers right back on a 64-yard drive, and it's 7-6.
Play that Homer would like to use a lot and does use, just a streak down the field, a little inside fake, and then he got to got behind the defender back there. I don't know if it was Mike Krajocic, I think, was back with him. Once you lose him, he's gone. That pass was right on the money.
They have a good kicker in Jacob Rotke. He's 14 of 17, has a very strong leg. Snap is put down. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. We're knotted up. The Hornets drive right back, 7-7. Where did you say 50 points would win the game? Coach Musser from Juniata Valley said 28. Well, 7-7 early going here in the first quarter on an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
Scott Hillsbury here with Colonial Toyota. I'm excited that our doors are finally open, and we're happy for all of our other local businesses too. We understand that buying a car right now may not be top priority for some, but for those looking for reliable transportation, we're here for you. With new Toyotas at 0% for 60 months and a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles, there's no better time to buy. So stop in at Colonial Toyota or visit us online at shopcolonialtoyota.com, where the experience can't be beat.
Grown-ups, your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent is Hutton Blues Insurance, 724-397-ERIE, or visit huttonblues.com.
Erie Insurance.
That's a shame.
Rotke has it teed up, and the kick is away, heading toward Drew Kaufman at the 19-yard line. Left sideline return. Drew to the 30, to the 35, lowers the shoulder, forced out of bounds by, 19, Jacob Rotke. I also thought I saw 57, and I don't have a 57 on the roster.
I don't see him either.
Colonial drive summary for the Hornets. 6 plays, 65 yards. It took 229. They were 1 for 1 on 3rd down, the Hornets were. They picked up 3 first downs along the way.
Well, the run game set that up. That's a nice call. A little play fake there. I think Homer shouldn't have been biting on play fakes, though, when it was long distance.
Yeah, you hate when they make a mistake. The Hornets did. And 3rd and 15, and you get beat.
You get burned. That's something we do to teams, not back at us.
Well,
we'll see here.
Schmidt from the shotgun hands it off, and that is Cole McAnulty in the backfield. Cole gets a carry, so that's a little bit of a surprise, although good athlete. We've wanted more of him this year. Austin Dick on the tackle for the Hornets. Dick.
Penetration there and got him in the backfield. Didn't have a chance to get going.
Austin Dick, a junior, 5'8", 165. Second down and 11, a loss of a yard for Cole. Schmidt looking to pass. Throws, has Kaufman, went up the ladder to get it, and to the 45 and out of bounds, so they pick up some positive yardage, sets up third and manageable. Should be third down and about 3 to go. Mike Musser on the coverage, a 5'10", 155-pound senior. We welcome all of the Juniata Valley fans watching the video stream tonight. We had a chance to help out Hornet TV a couple of weeks ago with the Salzburg game, and we appreciated Jake Wheatfield's cooperation. I've got to check that name. Ben on third and short. He stood up and leans on second effort up to the 47-yard line. Adam Boone, inside linebacker, 5'11", 220-pounder. We have a flag on the play, too. So it's going to be fourth down and short, or let's see what the penalty's all about, W.A.
I did see it. We were talking. You would think it was a hold the way they're discussing it, where the flag is located.
Personal foul, Juniata Valley.
Woo! Exactly what that would have been. It didn't look like a late hit or anything. Did you see anything?
Well, unless it was a targeting type of deal, but that would be an ejection, right? Did the flag come after the play? Because I didn't see the flag.
Yeah.
Play was over. Our statistician, Jared Ross,
there might have been something going on there then.
So Ben picks up just what? How many yards on that carry, Jerry, as we count it down?
3, wasn't it?
First and 10, Homer Center at the 38 of Juniata Valley. Twin receivers near side, Mock and Krajosic. And Ben hands it off, and that is Cole McInalty again, and Cole bounces it outside, and Cole inside the 35 down to about the 33. On the tackle, Mike Musser, the cornerback on the right side coming up. Let's look on the bench for Colin Troop, because Colin is being spelled right now by a talented sophomore, but not a lot of playing time, Cole McInalty, and he's in there. He's the backup quarterback, too. Second down and 5, and Ben's going to pass. He's going to throw deep down the left sideline. Some bumping, no call. It's going to be incomplete. Rodkey, the safety on the coverage of Drew Kaufman.
Kind of let him go, yeah. There was some contact down there. The official felt it was incidental, did not make any flag. I see Colin standing down here, so he doesn't appear to be injured, Mark.
Where's he at, Ward?
Right below us here by number 22 there.
Well, keep in mind,
I don't
Cole
know
McInalty can throw the ball, too. But he's in a wing right. They flood the right side with trips. Empty backfield. Micah Hurd, the center. Ben Schmidt takes the direct snap. Rolls to his right. Going to throw deep for Krajosic, who spins around, and it's deflected away at the last minute. Nice defensive play by Juniata Valley. Wildcat fans wanted a call. I think it was pretty good defense by Juniata Valley. It was Gabe Brower who recovered. That pass kind of spun Michael around a little bit. So it'll be fourth down and 5 for Homer Center.
Wasn't one of Ben's better ones. It kind of wobbled. You won't usually see him, especially rolling to his right. I thought he might have just tucked it in and gone for it, but he got picked 5 up here.
Fourth down and 5 for Homer Center. And Ben looking to pass. Pocket collapses, throws, has Mock at the 25, and it should be good for a first down. On the tackle, Brower again, who has an interception this season. That's good execution for Homer Center. Let me give you Homer Center's offensive numbers. They're staggering. 48.3 points per game, 261 yards rushing per game, 213 yards passing, 474 yards of offense, and that was a big completion.
Mock is good for those. He is really good on those ball control kind of catches there. He got it open. He was wide open out there in the flat, made a good solid catch, and picked up the first down.
From the 25, jet action, but Ben's going to keep it, and they have Ben around the ankles, and they limit him to a 1-yard gain. Defensively, it was Jace Rand. Jace Rand, they move him all over the field. You'll see him line up as a nose guard, a linebacker, a D-end. Right now, he's a nose guard. And I think they try to take advantage of his athleticism. Homer Center and Juniata Valley tied at 7-7, 4:41 to play in this first quarter. Both teams scored on their first possession. This, the third overall possession of the game. Cole McInalty remains as the running back to the left of Schmidt. And they fake it to Cole. Ben looking, throwing an out pattern. Has Kaufman breaks a tackle up the left sideline. Touchdown, Homer Center. 24 yards from Schmidt to Drew Kaufman, who just hauled in his 12th touchdown pass of the season. We are flying here at Memorial Field on this gorgeous night. 4:22 to play in the first. It's a shootout at the OK Corral, 13-7 Homer Center.
You know, the thing of beauty about that is Kaufman did an out pattern. He was well covered, but the ball was thrown behind him, the back shoulder kind of thing. So he had to come back to the ball to make the catch, and then he's so good at those open field moves, Mark.
Snap is put down by Kaufman. Ben's kick is up. Ben's kick is good. He is now 26 of 30 out of placement. 4:22 to play in the first quarter. Homer Center 14, Juniata Valley 7. Juniata Valley's turn as we go back and forth here on an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
That's Rodkey with the return up over the 35-yard line. That is where the Hornets will start 1st and 10. Tackle made by Brock Hauser. This will be a media timeout.
Two of Anna's. You have two different numbers. She doesn't see it either.
Brower and Jake Johnson. They both have good speed. They're near side of the field, and Hunter Johnson's going to throw that little bubble screen, and Brower gets by Schmidt. Comes near sideline, knifing him down low was Drew Kaufman, but he does pick up about 7 yards on that play. Ben had a chance. Ben Schmidt read that play for Homer Center, but just couldn't quite get to Brower.
And they go back to it, though. He may be looking at a pick six there. He did. He read that a little late in the break, but he's seen it now.
2nd down and 3. Green Hornets at their 44-yard line. And Johnson hands it off to Jace Rand through a big opening, and Rand into Homer Center territory. Drew Kaufman drags him down, but not before he picks up 11 yards. Where's the interior of the line, Ward Hilliard, for Homer Center? They were AWOL.
Yeah, they've got to do something about their gap control. They're just getting blown off the line there, and they got to close those up and delay that, and they're not doing it. You got to stuff those linemen a little bit. They're not that big.
They come off the ball very well. This is a talented offensive line group for the Hornets. Hunter Johnson from the shotgun, looking to pass, throws over the middle, some bumping, and a flag going to be called on Homer Center on Michael Krajosik, and he did get him early before the pass. You got to give the receiver a chance to get his arms out there. I think that was the proper call, and that'll be a 15-yard mark off against the Wildcats.
Well, the fans are complaining because Homer's guys have been getting rattled a little bit here, but they didn't get those calls. And this one here is a big one. I didn't think that's catchable, but that's just me.
I thought it was made uncatchable by the interference, to be honest with you.
So we agree to disagree once again here. But again, I'm going back to what I've been saying. They've got to do something on their defensive front. Maybe go to 6-man front, jam it up a little, confuse that blocking scheme a little bit.
Wingman to the right is Adam Boone. Wing left is Brower. Chase Rand in the backfield. Brower in motion. They hand it to him on the jet sweep, and he has running room as they seal it off. He's around the right end and picks up 9, 10, maybe 11 yards. The Wildcats have had no answer for this for the majority of the season. Travis Mock with the stop. He'll be just inches shy of a first down as we approach the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Homer Center leading 14-7.
Just flip the Mastretta meter there. Yeah, and you know, Purchase Line had tremendous success just running sweeps. Running to the end. They're sealing the end off. They've got to get rid of those blocks. They've got to get some inside backer penetration to slow that down.
And Penn's Manor had even greater success. 2nd down, less than a yard. Jake Johnson in motion. And they hand it off to Rand up the middle instead, and Rand easily for a first down. Did he lose control of that ball? If he did, it was late, and he was probably down. But they are in the red zone, and we'll have a 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 17-yard line. Ben Schmidt on the tackle. Yep, if Homer Center ever got the defensive side of this game with their explosive offense, they certainly would make things easier on themselves.
It sure would, and easier on us, too. It's tough to watch it.
1st and 10. From the 17, Jake Johnson. Krajosik lines up on him. He's to the left boundary. And the give to Rand up the middle, cuts through an opening, and he's spun down. But again, a good size first down gain for Juniata Valley. Far too much for Homer Center to give up. Inside linebacker Brock Hauser made that tackle for Homer Center. Or was it Justin Walbeck? Walbeck made the tackle.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. They're winning first down, and when they do that, they're getting 5+ every time. It's so much easier, especially with this little misdirection that they're running. And Homer's got to do some reading on this and come after it. They're kind of sitting back and getting blocked. You can't do that on defense.
2nd down and 4 from the Wildcat 11. And Hunter Johnson option right, pitches it to Rand. Rand up the right sideline into the end zone for a touchdown. And they answer very, very quickly. 1:41 remaining in the first quarter. It's now 14-13 as the Hornets drive very, very easily. They shred Homer Center's defense, 63 yards, and it's 14-13.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. Yeah, it was much too easy. That's just a toss to the short side. One block, and he's down the sideline. That should never happen. And, you know, the Wildcats, once again, are going to be forced to try to get another score in order to sustain their lead. It's going to be one of those nights till that defense shapes up.
Long snappers, Gavin Musser. Holder, Hunter Johnson. Kickers, Jacob Rodkey. Snap is good. It's put down, and the kick is up. Did it catch the right upright? It did. We're tied up at 14. Well, We've played 141. We've had 4 possessions. They've all ended up in the end zone. We are tied 14-14 from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. Relationship banking, one customer at a time. S&T Bank, member FDIC. Coming back with the Juniata Valley kickoff to Homer Center. Back to Memorial Field after this on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
Seeing our kids suit up for football, cheerleading, or band are once-in-a-lifetime moments our parents just don't want to miss.
Current conditions have changed the way we enjoy athletic events. We appreciate every opportunity to watch our kids perform, even if that looks a little different this year.
As a community bank, we're happy to partner with Renda Broadcasting's coverage of Heritage Conference football games. We are proud parents and supporters of our local schools.
Congratulations and good luck to all students, staff, and everyone involved.
You've been involved in a collision or accident, call the collision repair specialist Petroff's A1 Auto Body, a family-owned business serving the community since 1946. Call Petroff's A1 Auto Body in Clymer, the collision repair specialist at 724-254-9417.
They're moving.
Back, the kick away, and here's Drew Kaufman. Makes a move at the 30 to the 35, goes down at the 37. On the kick coverage team for the Green Hornets, it was Spencer Hoover.
Good tackle by Hoover. Kaufman was trying to make a move on him. He would have none of it, though. Made a real nice shoulder tackle. Still good field position for the Wildcats, but once again, you hate to get in a game like this where you just feel like you have to score in order to stay ahead. And that's where the Wildcats are. You think that the way they were moving the ball, they'd do pretty good.
6 plays, 63 yards, took 3 minutes, 17 seconds. They picked up 4 first downs. Drive summaries driven by Colonial Motor Mart, Colonial Toyota. Wildcats come out, the old T formation from the shotgun with Mock to the right. And they send Mock in motion out of the backfield. The troops back in there. And the pass to Mock out in the flat, and Mock darts through.
Schmidt's pass complete to Mock, a gain of about 7 yards.
But I think we'll roll it a pass, forward
I think
pass.
that was a pass, but again, Homer showing some differences. They had Krajosik in the backfield in warm-up, so we may see that too, Mark. They're just trying to change things up a little bit, give the defense a little more to look for.
Because when you're averaging 49 points a game, it just isn't good enough.
No, it's not the way our team's been playing.
2nd down and 3, give to Colin Truth, close to a first down, powering his way off the left side. Andrew Ross, inside linebacker, and it is a first down over the 47. We'll call it the 48-yard line. So the Wildcats move the chains on 2 plays. We're under a minute to play in this first quarter. We've had 28 points already, 14 on both sides. Receiver near side is Michael Krajosik. Troop back in offensively, lines up to the right of Schmidt, and they toss it to him. And he tries stringing it out, and not going to work. You're going to lose a yard or so. Back to the 46-yard line. Good defense by Brower and also Jacob Rodkey for the team wearing green and white. And they'll back it up inside the 47, so we'll call it a loss of 1 for Colin Troop.
The difference there is Homer's not getting downfield and taking the corners out and doing a downfield blocking on that play. They allowed them to come up. That's going to be it for the first period.
That's the end of the first quarter on an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School sports night. Entertaining indeed. Frustrating if you're a Wildcat fan regarding the defense, but I guess Juniata Valley could say the same thing. Knotted up 14-14 as we head to the second. Thank you to Jim Struzzi for sponsorship of the first quarter on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
Pediatric Care Center of Indiana and Marion Center are proud to support our student athletes in tonight's game. Each athlete has represented their school district and their community to the best of their ability in these challenging times. Doctors Rizwan and Amina Jabber, physicians assistant Nikki Phillips, and the entire staff at both locations would like to wish all of the athletes best of luck tonight and in the future. The Pediatric Care Center, 2 locations, 119 Professional Center in Indiana and the Mahoning Medical Center, Highway 403 in Marion Center.
This is the Tire Man, James Cypress from Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center at Luther Ford, with bad news and some good news. The bad news is winter is coming. The good news, if you need tires, we can help. Buy 3 tires and you'll get the 4th one free. Plus, we offer at least 8 of the most popular tire brands in the country. The Tire Man will also throw in free lifetime tire rotation and a free alignment check. We will match or beat any competitor's price. But hurry, offer ends November 30th at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center at Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City.
The Wildcats starting the second quarter at their own 47 on a 2nd down and 11. They send Krajosic in motion out of the backfield. And Schmidt looking to pass. He's going to throw deep. And this one for Kaufman. And boy, that's going to draw a flag. Yes, it does, on Juniata Valley's Jake Johnson. And that'll give the Wildcats a 1st down. So we've had a couple of pass interference penalties in this football game, one each way, and no doubter on that one.
That drew 2 flags. So
it was a double.
So they both saw that one. But yeah, that's a break for Homer.
Double no doubter then?
Yeah, it was pretty well covered though, was it not? Had he not bumped them, that'd have been a pretty good defensive play, but he did ram them.
Jake Johnson, an excellent athlete. First quarter yardage, hardly anything to talk about. Juniata Valley picked up 74 yards rushing, 43 passing, 117 total. Homer Center 56 rushing, 51 passing, 107 total. So 117 Juniata Valley, 107 for Homer Center.
That's pretty impressive, yeah. Well, if you like offensive football, this is a game to be watching because you're going to see a lot more of it. Homer got the ball down now inside the 40 of Juniata Valley to the 38. And they're in 4-down territory again. How about that? Been like that all night.
Schmidt with the running back troop to his left. And Ben's going to keep it. Ben trying to run through a tackle, but Juniata Valley hanging on for dear life. Jake Johnson, and Ben takes him for about a 5-yard ride to the 33-yard line. See where they spot the football, going to be at the 32-yard line. So Ben Schmidt, as we hopefully count down a record tonight for Ben. He needs 51 yards to break the school's all-time rushing mark. I said before the game, if he doesn't get it, Homer Center loses tonight. 2nd down and 4. Schmidt going to throw out in the flat. Taking it is Mock. Gets a block from Krajosic. And Juniata Valley does a pretty good job of defending it. Homer Center does pick up positive yardage, however, to about the 29-yard line, depending on the spot. Hunter Johnson on the stop. They're going to put it down actually at the 30-yard line, not the 29. So it'll be 3rd down and a long 1 for Homer Center.
Nice job by the defensive back over there. He just kept Michael tied up enough that could not make the move he wanted to make.
0 for 2 on 3rd down. Ben Schmidt and powers his way for a 1st down, so make it 1 for 3. Jerry Rossi, our statistician. Chase Rand on the tackle for Juniata Valley. Homer Center on 3rd down attempts this season. Entering the game, they were 24 of 49 for 49%. So they're now 25 of 52 on 3rd down conversions this season. I love this stat program I'm using, Ward. It gives you more information than you can shake a
I know.
twig at.
I'm just listening here. So I'm amazed.
1st down and 10 from the Juniata Valley 27-yard line. Wingman to the right is Drew Kaufman. He's in motion. They give it to him on a jet, and he's dragged down from behind beautifully by Juniata Valley's Chase Rand. I mentioned they use him in a variety of positions. He's athletic, 5'10", 165-pounder. That's a play for Homer Center. They
can't run. I don't know why.
They can't run it.
So I think teams read it, and that's exactly how the Wildcats need to defend what Juniata's doing. Shoot a gap. That kid came from the linebacker and made that play.
2nd down and 14. I don't know that Homer Center on jet sweeps, they definitely have negative yardage overall this season. 2nd down and 14. Schmidt looking to pass. Pretty good protection. Going to throw. Dumps it off. Incomplete. Pretty good coverage as they had a lot of guys dropping back into secondary. Intended for Kaufman, so it'll be 3rd down and 14 as this drive starts to bog down a little bit. Hunter Johnson on the primary coverage of Kaufman. 9:37 to play in the 1st half. It's tied at 14, but Homer Center with a 3rd and 14 at the Hornet 31.
Juniata playing 4 deep. They can cover anything down. They know Ben's penchant for throwing the long balls, and they've got those guys back there, and they're doing a nice job of covering the field.
Look for Shady McCoy maybe here on a little drag over the middle. He's tight end right for Homer Center. And Schmidt looking to pass. Pressured, going to be sacked back at the 40-yard line. They brought pressure up the middle, and Daniel Wagner from the defensive end position. Ben didn't have a chance, and it's going to be 4th down, and Homer Center is going to send out the punt team.
That's a good move to put the ball back, but the big fear I had was that they would have to give the ball up without scoring, and now the defense is going to be put on the spot. They're going to have to stop Juniata Valley. Nice job by them, coming hard on that rush. 3rd and long, they got the penetration.
4th down and a bundle, 22 to go. Line of scrimmage, the Hornet 40, Michael Krajosik to punt. And we have a whistle and a timeout called by who? By Juniata Valley. So we'll take one with them. 8:57 to play in the first half from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. Relationship banking, one customer at a time. We'll step out for 30 seconds. We're knotted up at 14 on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network from Memorial Field in Homer City, where the Wildcats have never lost a home playoff game. They're 10-0 all time.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman, and I'd like to offer my heartfelt thanks to everyone who voted for my re-election. I'm honored that you placed your trust in me, and with that trust, I guarantee I will continue to work tirelessly on your behalf to address challenges and move our region and our Commonwealth forward. I have every confidence that our future is bright. And speaking of our future, I salute all of our young student athletes for competing in the district and state playoffs.
Maybe forget the subtraction and add.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Shady McCoy, the long snapper. This is big. Snap is strong, and Krajosik gets it away. Good kick. Goes far sideline, hits at the 11-yard line. Going to roll inside the 5 and into the end zone. Wood couldn't catch up to it. Homer Center tried, so Juniata Valley, after the 40-yard punt, they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So the Hornets, with their 3rd possession of the game, starting at the 8:49 mark of this second quarter.
This is a big series, I think, for this defense. They have
Very
got
much
to
so.
make something happen here. And again, I'd like to see them change up and start shooting their backers or do something to confuse Juniata's blocking.
Jace Rand, sidecar to the left. They have a man in motion. That's Brower. But Hunter Johnson's going to keep it, the quarterback, and the Wildcats defense, they do a good job on that play as they limit him to a yard or two.
You know, we're here with Chris Graham, who's doing the spotting, and we both talked. And he said, you know, the problem is Homer's getting blocked, and you don't get blocked if you come aggressively and take the blocker on. You hit them, not let them hit you. I've seen too many Homer guys flying backwards. They need to attack.
Caden Brown on the tackle. Caden playing with a cast on his left hand. They have it cushioned up. He broke a bone in his hand. Black cast, you can see it. And the give to Rand. Rand is met and dropped. Defensively, Michael Yunt on that stop for Homer Center, along with Drew Kaufman.
Kaufman came, filled the hole nice. A little better gap control there. Again, attack. Don't wait to get hit. Hit them.
So a gain of about 4. It'll be 3rd down and a long 5. 14-14 our score. 7:50 to play in the first half. Big play for both teams. Homer Center's defense would like to make a stop. They spread the field with Johnson and Brower, their two most dangerous receivers on the Juniata Valley sideline. They operate toward the south end zone in this quarter. And Hunter Johnson going to throw an out pattern, has a man wide open. It's Brower, has a first down. Krajosik forces him out of bounds, but not before he gains 10 yards or so, and they do move the chains.
Nice play there. They actually got Ben caught in between. He was going to stay out there, then he charged in, and once he did, they just threw past him. There was nobody out there to protect. Good play, good offensive play.
Football to the 33-yard line of Juniata Valley and a new set of downs. Brower, 25 receptions coming in. He has a couple already tonight. Over 500 yards in receiving yardage this season now. And Hunter Johnson's going to look to pass again. Little pump fake, and he hits the tight end, and it's Rand into the secondary to midfield. Bounces it outside. Wildcats giving chase, and it is Mock missing him, and Riley Clevenger tracks him down inside the 20-yard line. I guess he wasn't the tight end. They snuck him out of the backfield. Maybe they did line him up at tight end. I don't know, but it goes for big yardage. 47 yards to the Wildcat 20-yard line.
A little screen effect there. He just kind of drifted into the middle of the field, was wide open and uncovered, and then off he went.
So that gains 47.
Changes momentum, too. It swung all the way over to Juniata Valley side. Now they have a chance to take the lead.
Landon Reed, a receiver to the right. Adam Boone in the slot right. They have Brower and Johnson to the left. Chase Rand in the backfield. Motion man, and they hand it to him on a jet sweep using a stiff arm, and directing his blocker in front of him is Gabe Brower, and he picks up 6 yards, 7 yards inside the 15. Shady McCoy on the tackle for Homer Center. Shady second on the team in tackles.
They have got to attack from the inside, Mark. Slow that down. They're just letting them get to the edge. It's too hard to shed a block out there, and they're just doing a nice job of controlling the defense.
Gain of 7, second down and 3 at the Wildcat 13-yard line. Pistol formation. Rand lines up behind the quarterback. Center Eichelberger, a junior. They show jet motion action to the near sideline, and then flag coming.
Motion
I think it's a delay of game, actually, going to be called on Juniata Valley.
That could be, yeah.
Play clock was down to 0. So is it motion or?
The umpire called that. So
it is.
You're right. Good call, Mo.
So they'll back him up 5 yards.
Let's hope Homer can make something work off of that now.
They certainly had that opportunity on the first drive when Juniata Valley made that mistake and mishandled the ball, and it was 3rd and 15, and then they promptly gave up the touchdown pass.
Yeah, you just can't have breakdowns.
Under 6 minutes to play in the first half. We are knotted up at 14. Pistol formation again. Chase Rand behind quarterback Hunter Johnson. Again, jet motion, this time behind Rand, and they give on a reverse, and it's Boone. Boone, a hard-nosed runner, and the Wildcats get to him, but not before he picks up yardage inside the 20, down to about the 16-yard line. Brock Hauser, inside backer, and it will be 3rd down. Let's see.
It looks like about 7, huh?
Yeah. Football.
Pretty well defensed.
Football at about the 16-yard line of Homer Center.
Those little inside reverses have been burning the Wildcats this year. They defended that one well. This is a huge play.
Twin receivers both ways. Pistol formation. They look over at head coach Bill Musser for this play. Hunter Johnson has the towel tucked in his pants behind his back, and they're going to give it up the middle. The Wildcats prevent them from picking up a first down, but they do pick up yardage inside the 15. Let's see who had that ball. Was it Rand on the carry up the middle? It was. Shady McCoy on the tackle. They spotted at the 14-yard line. 4.5 minutes to play in this tie game, District 6 semifinal. It's going to be 4th down and a long 3.
Starting to read the play a little better, you notice, and they're filling the gap and making the tackle. All of that is critical. Boy, they got to come up with a big play here. This will be big, really big.
From the Wildcat 14-yard line, they go sidecar right with Rand, and a timeout going to be called by Homer Center, I do believe. Let's see, we don't have, now we're going to get a timeout. Wildcats with 4:06 remaining in the first half. We will break for 30 seconds on an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night. Homer 14, Juniata Valley 14 on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
Every day, businesses find ways to face whatever challenge that day brings. Communities find new ways to come together, and families find more ways to stay connected. At First Commonwealth, we're ready to help you along the way, to help businesses take care of business, to help strengthen communities, and to help our neighbors look forward with confidence to whatever each day brings. We're ready, we care, and we're here to help.
With you at Memorial Field. We want to thank our video crew here tonight, our executive video producer, Dee Ober from SeaWorld Satellites, Dish Network. I have it. You should too. Call SeaWorld Satellites of Indiana. They can get you set up. And we have a whole cast working of students here at Homer Center, and our IUP football production leader, Zachary Vogt. He'll be making the trip with us to Mansion Park tomorrow. Well, big play, 4th down and a long 3. They come out with Brower, receiver to the right, Chase Rand, running back, lined up to the right of quarterback Hunter Johnson. Jet motion action, but they give it, and up the middle, and they're trying to hold him back. And he's pushing back. It's going to depend on the spot. I don't think he got there, Ward.
I don't either.
Put him at the 14-yard line.
Referees don't either.
Chase Rand had that football, and the Wildcats stop him. We have immediate timeout on the field on an Indiana Regional Medical Center high school sports night. 3:58 to play. 3:58 to play in the first.
And with 3:58 remaining in the first half, that will be a media timeout.
Pastor Katrina Lottie from Homer City United Methodist Church. We are honored to be able to support the Homer Center Wildcats. This has been a difficult year. We want to let you know that you are not alone. You are seen, you are heard, and you are loved. We are open for in-person worship on Sundays at 9:30 a.m. with the wearing of masks and social distancing. Our sermons are also available on our Homer City United Methodist Church YouTube channel. Come and be encouraged.
Jake Johnson isn't a good back.
No, but they were beating Homer to the edge, and they wanted to try to slip one up inside, and the Wildcats were there for a change, and that's good to see. Now, this is an opportunity here to go into the locker. Don't forget that Homer will have to kick off.
From their own 14-yard line, and the give to Cole McAnulty. And Cole, hard-nosed, running from the 14 to near the 20-yard line. On the tackle, Tim Keller defensively.
Crowd not too happy, but that was a good play. I mean, he was tackled out of bounds, but he was still active, and they hadn't blown the whistle. So.
Correction, not Tim Kelly. It was Dalton Bouch, our spotter, Chris Graham, amending his spot.
Yeah, he's doing double duty. He's giving youth numbers and giving the PA guide numbers.
Sometimes these numbers get bunched up, with their jerseys, and I'm not making excuses. It can be tough. The give to Cole. Cole around the right end. Cole 25, 30, 32-yard line and a first down. Cole McAnulty an 11 or 12-yard gain. Hunter Johnson on the stop for the Juniata Valley Hornets. Hunter Johnson, not a starter, but he's on the two deep as they rotate a lot of guys in and out. And Cole McAnulty getting some surprise PT tonight.
Yeah.
We know he's a good athlete. We've been actually calling for more action. Not that they listen to us, but it's good to see Cole McAnulty in there.
He's getting some time at the running back spot, which he hasn't had. He played a little in the quarterback's position. Juniata was switching their D a little bit when that play was called, and they were out of position.
1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Ben Schmidt's going to keep it. Ben to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50 for about 19 yards or so. Defensively for the Hornets making the stop, Adam Boone, as Ben picks up 18, Jerry, 19 yards. We're counting Ben down here to hopefully Jesse Lee's all-time rushing record. He needs 42 yards currently. Boy, a 50-yard run would be sweet.
He doesn't. He just carries these guys. I mean, Ben's been hitting. He's dragging guys from another 3.
From midfield, Ben's going to keep it. Ben tripped up as he gains about 3 to that football. Oh, he's not down yet, I see. Ben gets to about the 45-yard line on second effort. I thought he was tripped up and went down, but that was Brendan Mogul who went down. Schmidt kept the legs going and picks up 5 yards. He was finally stopped by Dalton Dick, the 6', 260-pound senior.
That's what I'm saying. He's 205, and he's very strong, and that's the thing. He just does not go down easily, and Juniata's finding that out.
Ben now needs 37 yards to break that record of Jesse Lee. Takes the direct snap, hands to Cole McEnulty. He bounces it outside, jersey tackle, and Dalton Dick says, Cole, we're going to fling you down this time. You're not going to get by me, and he loses a yard back to the 46-yard line. I'm going to give you Ben's numbers. Coming into tonight's game, he was 57 of 96, 59% completion percentage, 16 touchdown passes, 1,277 yards. Rushing, 1,068 yards on 88 carries. We told you already that he was averaging an ungodly 396 yards of offense per game between rushing and passing. They empty the backfield, trips to the right, twins near side to the short side in front of the Wildcats bench, and Ben boots to his right. Ben looking, and he's going to heave it downfield. Far sideline, and it's going to be deflected away, and a flag, going to be interference on Morningstar of the Juniata Valley Hornets. That ball was very close to the sideline, and Michael Krajosik was trying to stay in bounds. You might argue uncatchable, but not really.
It might have been. It was thrown so high that Michael Krajosik was easy 5 yards by this guy, and Ben just couldn't get his feet planted on that rollout. He managed to get enough on the ball to hang it up in the air that long, so then they're going to bring it back, and then they're going to count off 15.
So a little
bell
out, yeah, from Juniata Valley.
That could have gone either way, Mark. I agree with you there. I don't know if that really was a good call, but we'll take one. Shouldn't say we, but
That's
Homer
correct.
will take
you
one.
Should not say that. To the 30-yard line, 31-yard line. Call it the 30 of Juniata Valley. It's inside that 31-yard hash mark. 1st and 10, Schmidt. Now he's going to throw deep on a post pattern. There's some bumping again, and touchdown doesn't matter. Drew Kaufman hauls it in as he beat Gabe Brower like a rented mule to steal one from Mike Lang. Bombs away in Homer City, PA from Schmidt to Drew Kaufman, and the Wildcats back in front. It's 20-14.
Ben knew he had him open again. If you notice when he released the ball, it was just an easy toss. He really wasn't trying to rope that out there at all. Just hung it out and let Drew run under it. What a great pass.
Ben to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Kaufman. Snapper is Shady McCoy, and the kick is up, and the kick is good.
Boy,
what an
those are
impressive
valuable.
drive. The Wildcat defense made a stop. Let's give them credit, too, because Ward Hilliard's been moaning about them all night.
I will continue to.
86-yard drive for the Wildcats, and they jump back out in front with 77 seconds left in this first half on an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School sports night, a playoff sports night at that. Homer Center 21, Juniata Valley 14 on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
For more than 100 years, the Indiana Regional Medical Center has been your #1 health option, always striving to bring you the latest, most innovative medical care, like urgent care, now available in Indiana at MedExpress at 2128 Oakland Avenue. IRMC and MedExpress have formed an exciting new partnership for urgent care services. So when you have a cold or the flu, you've injured yourself and need diagnostic services for a sprain or fracture, your lab work, or have some non-emergency health issue, visit MedExpress, 2128 Oakland Avenue in Indiana.
You've been involved in a collision or accident, call the collision repair specialist Petroff's A1 Auto Body, a family-owned business serving the community since 1946. Call Petroff's A1 Auto Body in Clymer, the collision repair specialist at 724-254-9417.
Explosive drive, 6 plays, 86 yards, anything under 10
Well, it was a beautiful pass that time, but he had time to throw it, and he knew he had him breaking open, so he just stuck it out there and said, run under it. And he's got number 3 on, and I always said he looks like Darryl Lamonica, and that's the number Darryl Lamonica wore.
He has it teed up, Schmidt does, and it's a squib kick and a bounce near sideline, and Rodkey picks it up at the 26, and Rodkey's met by Brock Hauser, and he goes down at about the 36-yard line. Drive summary driven by Colonial Motor Mart and Colonial Toyota. 6 plays, 86 yards, took 2 minutes, 41 seconds. They were 1 for 1 on third downs. Chris, I'm going to ask you to do one thing for me. There's a folder in that black case there that says stats, team stats. I want to check something that I wasn't expecting tonight, quite frankly.
Well, time for you folks to go grab a sandwich.
Cole McAnulty.
He's going to come up with some stats now.
1st and 10. And a timeout going to be called by Homer Center. 1:13 left in the first half. 21-14 Homer Center coming back. Quick break here at Memorial Field on an Indiana Regional Medical Center playoff sports night. 21-14 Homer Center on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
You've been involved in a collision or accident, call the collision repair specialist Petrov's A1 Auto Body, a family-owned business serving the community since 1946. Call Petrov's A1 Auto Body in Clymer, the collision repair specialist at 724-254-9417.
And we did get it out of my little satchel. Is that the right word? I don't know. That's an old-fashioned term. But Cole McAnulty, a little bit of a surprise, getting a lot of PT tonight. Entering the game, 8 carries, 82 yards, 2 touchdowns, right around the team average, 10.3 per play for Cole. He's the backup quarterback, but he's gotten some, got into the 2-deep mix here tonight. And has carried what do we have, Jerry? Cole McAnulty, our statistician to my right, has toted it 5 times for 20 yards. And a couple of those were losses, and he's done some good things. He had a big run early in the drive that punched the football over the 14, from the 14 over the 20-yard line.
I'm not sure if there's a problem with Colin Troop because he's been running the ball well. I see him down there. He looks all right. But
he did get a second. He was in this previous series.
He may have some issues we're not familiar with here.
1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Hunter Johnson takes the direct snap, throws, and it's maybe even deflected at the line of scrimmage because that ball kind of fluttered out of his hand. I think the Wildcats had a little bit of heat, and Caden Brown was delivering the pressure, and Caden playing with that cast. You can see it, Ward, as he walks toward us on that left hand. He has a broken hand, or a broken bone in his left hand, and he said there's no way I'm coming out of the lineup.
Ben Schmidt came in too hard on him. He was sitting back in coverage and shot in.
2nd down and 10, quarterback draw. Wildcats have Hunter Johnson, and coming in for good measure is Justin Walbeck. And now let's see if we have a timeout as we go under the 1-minute mark. On the tackle for Homer Center was Vinny Taglietti. A gain of a yard, the clock rolls. Juniata Valley will get the ball to start the second half. I'm a little surprised that the Wildcats are letting it roll here. We're done.
I think they want to get out of Dodge with the lead, Mark. If you call time and Juniata gets the first down, then you got a concern that they could score.
3rd down and 9. Hunter Johnson, pump fake, going to go for the downs. Jake Johnson breaking in behind the receiver, or behind the secondary coverage of Kaufman, but it's incomplete. Shady McCoy applying pressure on quarterback Hunter Johnson, so the clock is stopped with 28 seconds to play in the first half, and Homer Center leading 21-14. So the Wildcats, good job. Hornets go 3 and out.
And Drew Kaufman, nice job of helping double up on that receiver there. Mike Krajocic had the short stuff, and then Kaufman came over to pick him up, so he was double covered. Good speed, though. It's something Homer might take a note of. Pretty good speed at that wideout spot.
Hunter Johnson, the punter, averages 39.8. Snap from Gavin Musser's good, and the kick is away, and the Wildcats are going to let it roll, and it takes a big roll inside the 10-yard line. And we may have gotten knocked off here because Michael's calling me on the radio side, and I guess we got knocked off here. What number do you want me to dial? Did it just happen?
total 55 yards for Johnson.
I kicked it.
5-yard punt, no return. We got knocked off on the radio side. We will get that link reestablished. Wildcats with 17 seconds on the clock. Ben Schmidt going to keep it, and Ben takes a couple of hard hits. Line of scrimmage was the 9-yard line, and he's up to the 13 or 14. As time expires, we'll give him 5 yards to the 14-yard line, and the first half is over. Entertaining first half. Wildcats defense came to life in the latter stages. Looked like Juniata Valley was maybe driving for the go-ahead score, but Homer Center's defense rose up, stopped them, and set it up for the offense to drive 86 yards. We'll recap it for you after the break as we go to our Colonial Motor Mart and Colonial Toyota halftime show. It's Homer Center 21, Juniata Valley 14 in the District 6 Class A semifinals on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
Nestled in the heart of Indiana County, the Indiana County Technology Center serves over 400 students from 8 sending schools across the county. The evolution of our programs follow industry trends, fulfilling unique workforce needs right here in our own backyard. The ICTC is empowering tomorrow's workforce with an engaging, real-life approach to career and technical education. We offer 13 high-demand program areas and a variety of career pathways. Employable, certified, and driven. That is what an ICTC graduate looks like.
Christy Sweet was diagnosed with breast cancer at just 32 years old. Fortunately, IRMC Cancer Center, in partnership with UPMC Hillman Cancer Center, is just 20 minutes from her home. Today, after a chemotherapy, a double mastectomy, and radiation therapy, Christy is cancer-free. Learn more about Christy's story and the world-renowned cancer care right here in Indiana at upmchillman.com/IRMC.
Coming is your car ready. The incredible tire sale is on at Freedom Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Northern Cambria. Buy 3 tires, get the 4th for $1. Buy 3 tires, get the 4th for $1. Stop in or call Freedom about the most trusted tire brands available. They're all buy 3, get the 4th for $1. Ask about additional super service specials too. Nobody does tires and service like Freedom Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Northern Cambria. For more information, call their lucky number at 814-948-7777.
Seeing our kids suit up for football, cheerleading, or band are once-in-a-lifetime moments our parents just don't want to miss.
Current conditions have changed the way we enjoy athletic events. We appreciate every opportunity to watch our kids perform, even if that looks a little different this year.
As a community bank, we're happy to partner with Renda Broadcasting's coverage of Heritage Conference football games. We are proud parents and supporters of our local schools.
Congratulations and good luck to all students, staff, and everyone involved.
You've been involved in a collision or accident, call the collision repair specialist Petrov's A1 Auto Body, a family-owned business serving the community since 1946. Call Petrov's A1 Auto Body in Clymer, the collision repair specialist at 724-254-9417.
Yard line, much like
band would like to thank the Homer Center Band Boosters for all of their hard work for our students. We would also like to thank the parents, community, school board, and administration for your continued support. Let's go Cats!
This is State Representative Jim Struzzi. I want to sincerely thank the people of the 62nd Legislative District for your overwhelming re-election support. I am truly honored to serve as your voice in Harrisburg and look forward to continuing the hard work ahead. Serious challenges face our communities, and we will address them through effective leadership, communication, compassion, and understanding. My staff and I are dedicated to serving you and working in partnership with our local, state, and federal leaders to make all of our lives better. I truly appreciate your support. And let's go, local teams.
Maybe you've heard of the Colonial Experience, but did you know that that begins before you even walk in the door? At shopcolonialcars.com, we bring you a convenient way to begin your car shopping experience. Browse our selection of vehicles, and then come on in for the rest of the Colonial Experience. That's a lifetime warranty, lifetime state inspections, and more on your new vehicle, and a promise to keep working for you, even after you drive off the lot. Because giving you unparalleled service is what we do. shopcolonialcars.com.
Family owned with family pride. Smith Furniture.
Seeing our kids suit up for football, cheerleading, or band are once-in-a-lifetime moments our parents just don't want to miss.
Current conditions have changed the way we enjoy athletic events. We appreciate every opportunity to watch our kids perform, even if that looks a little different this year.
As a community bank, we're happy to partner with Renda Broadcasting's coverage of Heritage Conference football games. We are proud parents and supporters of our local schools.
Congratulations and good luck to all students, staff, and everyone involved.
Christy Sweet was diagnosed with breast cancer at just 32 years old. Fortunately, IRMC Cancer Center, in partnership with UPMC Hillman Cancer Center, is just 20 minutes from her home. Today, after chemotherapy, a double mastectomy, and radiation therapy, Christy is cancer-free. Learn more about Christy's story and the world-renowned cancer care right here in Indiana at upmchillman.com/IRMC.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman, and I'd like to offer my heartfelt thanks to everyone who voted for my re-election. I'm honored that you placed your trust in me, and with that trust, I guarantee I will continue to work tirelessly on your behalf to address challenges and move our region and our Commonwealth forward. I have every confidence that our future is bright. And speaking of our future, I salute all of our young student athletes for competing in the district and state playoffs.
Coming is your car ready. The incredible tire sale is on at Freedom Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Northern Cambria. Buy 3 tires, get the 4th for $1. Buy 3 tires, get the 4th for $1. Stop in or call Freedom about the most trusted tire brands available. They're all buy 3, get the 4th for $1. Ask about additional super service specials too. Nobody does tires and service like Freedom Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Northern Cambria. For more information, call their lucky number at 814-948-7777.
I didn't know anything, by the way.
No, I know, but I know Ben feels bad that he just didn't get enough on it. It was a gamble, and this time it didn't pay. Now the defense has really got to pick it up. I don't like doing that, but that was up to the coaching staff. They thought they had a chance, a shot at it.
They were probably listening to the halftime report and heard me mention something. Well,
the concern is, as I said, is you're only up 1 score against this team, and you're not confident enough to think you can keep it at that.
Well, they give them a short
now they
field.
Have to.
They do that. They have a short field from the Wildcat 48-yard line. Hunter Johnson, the quarterback, hands it off to Chase Rand, and Chase breaks the tackle, runs through a second, inside the 40 to the 39-yard line, tackled by Brock Hauser.
What was working for the Hauser get up a little gimpy there. Hopefully he didn't get a cramp walking like he had a little bit of a cramp, but hopefully he's not.
Second down and a short 2. Wingman right is Boone. Hunter Johnson hands it off. Chase Rand has a first down. Vinny Taglietti and Justin Walbeck converge. Looks like Justin's moving a little bit better this week than he did last week, coming off that knee injury. But on 2 plays, they take it 14, make it 13 yards and a new set of downs at the Wildcat 37.
They've got to start doing what they did toward the end. They were attacking more. I watched here a couple guys are getting knocked back because they're getting hit, waiting to get hit.
Here's Hunter Johnson. Pump fake, throws over the middle. Diving attempt incomplete at the Wildcat 23-yard line. Intended on the slant for Jake Johnson.
They're bringing Hauser out. He's a little gimpy. He had a shot at that, but just couldn't move. And I think he might have turned an ankle. Or it looks like he's rubbing it, so it might have been a cramp on him. But he had a shot at that, Mark, just couldn't react because of his leg.
Second down and 10 at the 37-yard line. Ball in the right hash. Hornets operate toward the scoreboard, the south end zone. Gabe Brower, dangerous receiver near side. They hand it off to Chase Rand, cuts it back as McCoy got blocked and maybe held as a flag flies. He gets to the 25-yard line for a first down. Drew Kaufman on the tackle, but we have a hold on Juniata Valley. And Drew Kaufman was I'm pretty sure, Ward, he was the one being held. I want to say thank you to a few fans that have tuned in and texted.
No matter who you are or where you are, CNB Bank makes it easy to take care of life's necessities, like paying Uncle Rick back for lunch, or depositing that paycheck for dog sitting. And even if you prefer to bank the more traditional way, we still rock that too.
Welcome to CNB Bank.
Experience better banking at CNB Bank.
Fans checking in with us. Second down and 18 from the Wildcat 45-yard line. And we have a whistle and a timeout called by Juniata Valley. 10:36 to go, early going. Third quarter timeout Hornets on an IRMC playoff sports night on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network. Score remains 21.
For more than 100 years, the Indiana Regional Medical Center has been your #1 health option, always striving to bring you the latest, most innovative medical care, like urgent care, now available in Indiana at MedExpress at 2128 Oakland Avenue. IRMC and MedExpress have formed an exciting new partnership for urgent care services. So when you have a cold or the flu, you've injured yourself and need diagnostic services for a sprain or fracture, your lab work, or have some non-emergency health issue, visit MedExpress, 2128 Oakland Avenue in Indiana.
Back with you live. They flare it out in the flat to Chase Rand. Wildcats have it pretty well defensed. They limit them to about a 3-yard gain on 2nd and 18, forcing them out of bounds. Justin Walbeck. Yep. Third quarter being brought to you by Luxembourg Jewelers in downtown Indiana and at the Indiana Mall. Yep, it's about that time, isn't it, friends? Christmas shopping. Luxembourg Jewelers, they are Indiana's jewelers.
Watch the screen action now. You've already said that, Mark. They like running screens, and the two I've seen them run, they run pretty well. The Wildcats need to be alert to that.
They're 2 for 4 on third downs. Quick stats all night long, brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. Faced with the 3rd and 15 from the Wildcat 41. 10:30 to play here in the third quarter, 21-14 Homer Center. Hunter Johnson takes the direct snap, sets up shop, gonna throw deep. Jump ball and is intercepted, I believe, by Homer Center's Michael Krajosik. He took it away from Gabe Brower. No. Let's see. Yep, it is Krajosik.
Great job.
That's his 3rd pick of the season.
Well covered. He played it perfectly. He was in front of the receiver, went up. The receiver behind him a little taller, but Michael would have none of it. Took it off him. Big play for Homer. Boy, what an opportunity now. This is when you want to go down and get that.
Marcus and Mack is right here. Unique technological capabilities allow your claim to be processed by phone, text, or email without you ever having to leave your home. Contact the law office of Marcus and Mack. Get all the compensation you deserve.
At their own 20-yard line, Ben Schmidt needs 32 yards, I believe. Ward, is that right?
Yes.
To break Jesse Lee's record. Cats from their own 20. Schmidt takes the direct snap, bobbles it, picks it up, going to keep it. Did a good job of getting that bobble back and not turning it over. That was an issue early on in last week's game, and it rears its ugly head here to start the second half. Going to be a loss of a couple. Daniel Wagner on the stop. That was a good snap. I think Ben maybe had his eyes elsewhere.
Yeah, he's had a tendency of late to kind of look and see where the defense is, and that you can't do that. And boy, a lot of people grabbing their hearts down here.
Second down and 12. Wildcats lead 21-14, pinned deep in their own territory. Mock motion behind the formation. They flood the left side, and Ben wants to keep it. Ben breaks a tackle to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, all the way to the 35-yard line, and a first down. Ben Schmidt from the 18-yard line to the 36. Adam Boone, inside linebacker, 5'11", 220-pound senior on the tackle. They're going to put it down at the 35-yard line, so it'll be a gain of 17 for Schmidt.
I just had that figured too. Doggone it. 17 to go.
76 yards rushing for Ben. He needed 93 to break the record of Jesse Lee. First and 10, Homer Center. More importantly, they want to win the ball game. Schmidt hands it off, and diving for a few yards is Colin Troop, who's back in there offensively. It'll be interesting to hear the comments from Greg Page on the post-game show about using and rotating Colin Troop and Cole McAnulty. On the tackle, Jonathan Bouch, the inside, one of the tackles, a junior, 6'2", 250.
Just wanted to have maybe some fresh legs back there. I don't know.
Second down and 7 for Homer Center. Football at their own 38-yard line. Schmidt going to keep it. And Schmidt trying to run through a tackle, and he does, and he has a first down and plows his way, literally speaking, to the 49-yard line. Adam Boone again on the stop as Schmidt runs for about 11 yards. So first and 10, Homer Center, ball on the right hash, favoring the right hash as they operate toward the north end zone, and Ben needs 6 yards.
Yep.
For the record.
If you notice, first contact doesn't seem to matter. Ben just keeps going.
First and 10 from the 49 of the Wildcats. To the left of Schmidt is Colin Troop. And Ben going to keep it. Ben to the 45 and a new school record to the 35 to the 40, to the 30 to the 28-yard line. Schmidt 21 yards. Hunter Johnson. Let's pick up the announcement from PA announcer Chris Garatano.
The Wildcats quarterback Ben Schmidt has just passed Jesse Lee to become the school's all-time rushing leader. Schmidt now holds the all-time passing and rushing records with over 3,200 rushing yards and over 5,000 passing yards. Congratulations to senior number 3, Ben Schmidt.
Well, that's a well-deserved announcement.
They should get the ball out.
Standing ovation. Standing ovation from the Wildcat fans. First and 10, back to the 29-yard line. They throw out in the flat to Mock. Mock gets a block from Kaufman. Stood up at the 25-yard line. The Hornets do an outstanding job defensively of stopping that player, limiting it at least to 4 yards. Adam Boone on the stop along with Jacob Rodkey of the Hornets.
It's a nice job. They had 2 defenders out there. They took on the blocks and were able to control Mock. Didn't allow him to go for that big gain, but he still got almost 5 yards on that.
Second down and 6 to go from the Hornet 25-yard line. Drive started at the 20 after a Krajosic interception. The give to Colin Troop, and they stopped that. They're going to tackle him for a loss of a yard or 2. Colin that time a little bit tentative running. Of course, there wasn't a lot of running room, and Daniel Wagner was one of the reasons why. The defensive end on the left side, a 6'1", 200-pound senior.
Thought they might bite on that and chase Ben, but they did a good job of staying home. Nice play by the Juniata defense.
Almost halfway through this third quarter, 21-14 Homer Center, but they're faced with a third down and almost 8 from the Hornet 26-yard line. Twins near side, and Schmidt looking to pass. He's going to throw deep for Travis Mock down the left sideline, deflected away at the last second by Jacob Rodke at the goal line, and it will be 4th down.
That was a great play. Rodke back there, looked up, saw the ball come, and was able to bat it away. Otherwise, that's a touchdown. Didn't quite get it out far enough this time, Mark.
So, Wildcats, tough situation here. 4th and long, 4th and 8.
Credit
from the
Juniata.
inside the 27-yard line, and the Hornets, big stop.
Yeah, they know it's significant here.
Hornets, yeah, it is significant for them. Sidecar to the right is Colin Troop, twins up top, and Ben rolls to his right. Looking, pressure coming, throwing, and he's going to come up short to Michael Krajosik, who was breaking open at about the 10-yard line, but the Wildcats are going to turn it over on downs.
May have gone a little deeper.
Pediatric Care Center of Indiana and Marion Center are proud to support our student athletes in tonight's game. Each athlete has represented their school district and their community to the best of their ability in these challenging times. Doctors Rizwan and Amina Jabber, physicians assistant Nikki Phillips, and the entire staff at both locations would like to wish all of the athletes best of luck tonight and in the future. The Pediatric Care Center, 2 locations, 119 Professional Center in Indiana and the Mahoning Medical Center, Highway 403 in Marion Center.
This third quarter, Hornets only down by a touchdown, and they give to Rand, who bounces it outside. Rand, great running room to the 30 to the 35, makes a little jump cut to the 40 to the 45. Way too much. Homer Center gives up about a 19-yard gain on 1st down.
They come with a good inside blitz. Unfortunately, nobody was out on that edge to make the play. The blitz was behind the play.
Riley Clevenger on the stop, but a 19-yard gain for Rand. He's had a big playoff run for the Hornets, 319 yards rushing in their first 2 games. How many tonight, Jerry? 98 yards rushing, so he's poised to go over 100. If he doesn't, Juniata Valley won't win. That's my alter stat. They give up the middle, and it is Rand again. Homer Center stands them up right at the line of scrimmage. Nick Manzanilla on the stop for Homer Center. No gain at all. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
That's what Homer needs, is a D-line to make some plays. They've got to get some penetration. They got to stuff those holes.
Third quarter is being brought to you by Luxembourg Jewelers in downtown Indiana and the Indiana Mall. Luxembourg Jewelers, they are Indiana's jewelers. 2nd down and 10 to go from the 46 of the Hornets as they look to drive for the game-tying score. They throw that little bubble screen, and they bounced it out there to Brower. Hunter Johnson rushed that, really had no reason to rush it, and it goes incomplete. Ben Schmidt was out there on the coverage of Brower. That's a play they love to run and have had good success with it.
It's funny, they threw it to the short side, so Brower, even if he catches it, doesn't have a lot of room to maneuver over there.
They're 2 for 5 on 3rd downs. Quick stats brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. Time to be first. We welcome all of the Juniata Valley fans that may be tuned in the Alexandria, Pennsylvania area. Had the pleasure of calling their win over Salzburg a couple of weeks ago. Beautiful drive. And they had to make it to Homer City tonight. Hunter Johnson from the gun. Quick toss, balls on the turf, picked up, and they're going to call that
incomplete pass.
Incomplete
and
pass.
It was forward, yeah.
That's an excellent call by the official. So if you were watching that and you saw the pitch, it was a forward pitch, which makes it a pass, and Juniata Valley now will have to punt.
Yeah, we had a good angle on it, so you could see that it definitely was forward, and it was well short.
Credit Vinny Taglietti for setting the tone after that 19-yard gain.
Big defensive stand for the Wildcats.
Hunter Johnson stands at his own 31-yard line, averages about 39 yards per punt. The snap a little bit low. He bobbles it, but he does get it away. Low kick, and Schmidt is going to have to allow it to roll. And it takes a roll inside the 20 down to the 14. We're going to have a media timeout with 4:40 remaining in the third quarter. Score remains Homer Center 21 and the Juniata Valley Hornets 14 on an IRMC playoff sports night on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
Introducing, oh, there you are. Introducing the card that gives you a better way to pay. You've swiped, you've chipped, but now you can simply tap and go. The first Commonwealth Bank MasterCard contactless card makes checkout simple at millions of locations. Fast, secure, convenient. Tap your first Commonwealth Bank MasterCard contactless card at your favorite checkouts today.
really love the holidays at Graham Graham's, but it's tough to...
Relax.
The Dish guy heard us. Said with the Dish Anywhere app, we could bring the comfort of our home TV along with us. Live TV, on demand, even our DVR shows.
Feel good shows.
That put us right at ease. Mostly.
So many eyes.
Take live TV, on demand, and your home DVR anywhere. Dish, tuned into you.
Mock trying to bounce it outside, and that jet sweep's going to lose a yard. I don't know that they've gained a positive yard on a jet sweep all season long, and I'm being serious about that.
No, they're not sealing the end, so Travis tried to make a move inside, but once you stop, you're dead. And he stopped, and the pursuit got to him, so Homer got nothing out of that.
The other thing, Ward, the reason it's called a jet sweep, jet means speed.
They
don't run it with enough speed.
They're kind of trotting out there, yeah. And what it does do, though, is it gets the defense to look for it. Maybe it'll take their minds off of Ben back there.
2nd and 11. There's Kaufman in motion, and Ben with the carry. Not a lot going on, maybe a yard back to the original line of scrimmage as we move inside of 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Andrew Ross on the tackle, inside linebacker.
Yeah, good defensive play. Homer likes to run that away from the motion. Ben likes to run that weak side. Just didn't happen that time. So now he's got 10 yards to pick up. Got to be careful here. You don't want to give away an easy pick.
They take out a linebacker, Carolus, and bring in an extra D-back in Hunter Johnson. 3rd down and 10 from the 14-yard line. Cole McAnally, he can throw the ball, so look out for that. And Ben looking to pass. She's going to throw deep down the left sideline. Kaufman trying to run under it, and he does it midfield, and he steps out of bounds. Oh, my goodness. Drew Kaufman on a 3rd down and 10 from the 14-yard line. 36-yard pass. Jacob Rodke. Wasn't bad coverage. Perfectly thrown.
You know, if you see that on the camera, folks, it was right in front of the camera down here. Just outstanding. That ball had to be where it was. There's no other way he could have caught that. He dropped it in. The fender was right there. The coverage was terrific. What a catch by Cole. He comes up with these plays time and time again.
I mentioned his stats. Pretty impressive. Ben bobbles the snap, but gets it back and has a couple of tough yards from midfield to the 48 of Juniata Valley. Defensively, it was Daniel Wagner who's had himself a nice football game for the Juniata Valley Hornets, but a gain of only 2, and it'll be 2nd down and 8. I mentioned Drew Kaufman coming into tonight's game. He had 22 receptions for 601 yards. Last year he had 28, so he has over 50 receptions the past 2 seasons. He's 2nd all-time in receiving yardage. Schmidt has Krajosic. Krajosic going to be tackled in his tracks at the 44-yard line. So it'll be 4 yards shy of a 1st down. It'll set up 3rd and manageable. 3rd down and 4. Was that Musser, I think, that tackled him? Was it Michael Musser? Yeah, Mike Musser for Juniata Valley made that tackle. Our spotter, Chris Graham, confirms that. Chris will be making the trip with us, I believe, to Mansion Park tomorrow. We wish the Purchase Line Red Dragons best of luck. We look forward to calling that game on our affiliate station, U92.5. We'll be video streaming as well. The winner of this game will certainly have an eye on that ball game because they'll play the winner for the District 6 championship. 3rd down and 4 from the 44, and Juniata Valley jumps off sides. Unless they were drawn off, that'll give Homer Center a 1st down. We mentioned Juniata Valley, some penalty issues here tonight. That'll be their 6th if it's on them, and it is.
It didn't hesitate. Wow. Those are, I said, they're usually drive killers, but when they're in your favor, they sustain them, and that right now that gives the Wildcats a much-needed 1st down. They've been doing a nice job. Well, these defenses have shown up here in this 2nd half. No scoring in the 3rd quarter.
Are you suggesting this has been reduced to a defensive struggle?
Well, it's turning into somebody doesn't want to lose, and it means your defense has got to play really tough.
1st and 10, new set of downs for the Wildcats. And they give to Cole McAnally, and Cole's going to be tripped up for a loss. Just hesitated a little bit. Ben Carolus came on a blitz, and they lose yardage. Let's see where they put the football down from the 39. Wow, all the way back to the 44-yard line. That's a loss of 5.
Great penetration. It really changed where he wanted to run. I know he wanted to go left. He could not because of the blitz. tried to go right and just run down. So now Wildcats got some long yardage here.
Gabe Brower matches up down below us on Drew Kaufman. Talented receiver and a talented D-back. And Schmidt going to throw to the tight end. That is Shady McCoy. Breaks a tackle, spins for some yardage inside the 40 down to the 36. They pick up 8 yards. Hunter Johnson on the stop for the Juniata Valley Hornets. So a little bit of a twist there for Homer Center.
Oh, nice play. Little inside, something safe. He picked up some positive yards, and now you got a makeable third down. You got 2 downs to make it is what I'm trying to get at. And so let's see what Ben comes up with here.
Ball on the left hash. Homer Center operating toward the north end zone at this old barn. 75th anniversary of Memorial Field. A lot of football played here. We've had the pleasure of calling a lot of winning football. It's 3rd and 6, and Ben fakes the handoff, wants to keep it. Ben lowers the shoulder, going to be short of that lead chain, approaching the 30-yard line. And Juniata Valley, good sportsmanship. I think that was Blue Hornet Jake Johnson helping up Ben. Andrew Ross made the tackle shy of the 30. So it's going to be 4th down and about 2 to go. A short 2 at that.
Yeah.
And the third quarter has already come to an end. Brought to you by Luxembourg Jewelers in downtown Indiana and at the Indiana Mall. Luxembourg Jewelers, they are Indiana Jewelers. Well, somebody's going to advance to the District 6 championship game next weekend at Mansion Park. Right now, it's Homer Center leading by 7, 21-14 on an IRMC playoff sports night on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
You've been involved in a collision or accident, call the collision repair specialist Petrov's A1 Auto Body, a family-owned business serving the community since 1946. Call Petrov's A1 Auto Body in Clymer, the collision repair specialist at 724-254-9417.
I'm Dave Jr. of Bork Farms in Homer City. We're celebrating our 1st anniversary of offering a great selection of our own farm-grown freezer beef cuts. And we couldn't have done it without your support. Don't worry where your beef comes from, because at Bork Farms, it's beef from the beginning. Stop by our beautiful store at Bork Farms on Neal Road in Homer City. We've added some great new items. You can also visit our Facebook page or call us at Bork Farms, 724-479-0656.
Scott Hillsbury here with Colonial Toyota. I'm excited that our doors are finally open, and we're happy for all of our other local businesses too. We understand that buying a car right now may not be top priority for some, but for those looking for reliable transportation, we're here for you. With new Toyotas at 0% for 60 months and a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles, there's no better time to buy. So stop in at Colonial Toyota or visit us online at shopcolonialtoyota.com, where the experience can't be beat.
The Hornets jumped offside. Jonathan Bouch, I do believe, unless the Wildcats. Nope, they didn't.
Called it. You know, this is from the coaches. They change the cadence a little bit. You can see Ben clapping out there. They had that timeout. Say, hey, let's try this. You can remember a couple games ago they were doing a lot of that extra enunciation, if you would, on the snap count, and it was working. Boy, that was a big one.
So the 9th play wasn't needed for the 1st down. Ben on the direct snap gets a nice block from Cole McInaldy and races out around the left end and is out of bounds. Picks up some positive yardage on 1st down, the type of yardage you want to pick up, and Andrew Ross chased him out of bounds across the way. Gain of about 6 yards.
1st down, that's terrific. That makes it so much easier. Shady McCoy come off the field limping, but he's, I think he might be not. Mogul's still in the ballgame. He's okay. He'll be back in the ballgame. But
Brennan Mogul, a senior, 6'1", 182, lines up tight end right on 2nd down and 4 from the Hornet 21. Boy, Wildcats would like some insurance. They give it to Cole McInaldy, and Cole, that ball popped just slightly loose, I think, but he hung on to it. Gets to about the 20 for only a 1-yard gain. Jake Johnson on the stop for the Juniata Valley Hornets. Jake Johnson, a strong safety, 5'10", 155-pounder, leads them with 3 interceptions. They put it inside the 20, so we'll call it the 19, where it is 3rd down and 4, opening minute of this 4th quarter, with Homer Center clinging to a 21-14 advantage.
Juniata doing a nice job of denying the edges there. They're doing a good job of sealing.
Schmidt going to pass, going to throw an out pattern, and Kaufman takes it at the 14, maybe the 13-yard line. Going to be enough for a 1st down for Homer Center, stopped by Mike Musser. Ward, I don't want to jinx Drew Kaufman, but
then don't.
but I don't know that I've seen him drop a pass.
Oh, he's very comfortable out there. A nice little out pattern, real simple thing. And, Ben threw the ball on the break. So as soon as he turns, that ball's coming at him. There's no way you can defend that.
Ball as Homer Center operates toward the scoreboard, south end zone on the left hash. They operate left to right as we look out of our S&T Bank broadcast booth window. Relationship banking, one customer at a time. That's S&T Bank. Side cart to the right is McAnulty. They fake the jet. Ben's going to keep it. Ben up the middle, tripped up, gets to about the 10-yard line or so. He'll gain 4 yards. I'm not sure if that was Bouch on the tackle or maybe inside linebacker Andrew Ross. They spot it, looks to be just inside the 10. And a little delay here. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Again, you ran that jet sweep. You ran those things to the edge. Juniata has to honor that, respect that, and then Ben knows that. So that opens up the inside. He's got about 4 on that.
Cole McAnulty in the backfield to the left of Schmidt. Twin receivers right, Krajosic and Mock. Ben's going to keep it. They try tackling Ben high. They tackle him low, and he still takes them for positive yardage down to about the 6-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd down. Well, depending on the spot, looks maybe the 7. Dalton Dick on the carry, or on the, I should say the tackle, a 6', 260-pound senior, very good football player.
Done a nice job of reading the D end there, the Ben is, and it just puts that ball in the belly of McAnulty every time. He doesn't know for sure if he's going to get it or not, so he's got to be ready to go.
Our good friend Mick McCombie checking in with us. Mick, good to hear from you. Yes, this is football, not baseball. 3rd down and 2, and Ben going to keep it off the fake. Ben to the 5, and Ben in the end zone for a rushing touchdown, his 2nd of the night. And the Wildcats some big points with 9:23. They do again drive 86 yards, and it's 27-14. They blow the horn.
Sage Bernard, Isaiah Bent's over there blowing open the hole on that left side. We saw it. I had a perfect angle at it. Just opened right up. Ben saw it and just beeline right to the goal line. Big touchdown.
He'll attempt the extra point out of the hold of Drew Kaufman, awaiting the snap of Shady McCoy. 9:23 to play in the football game. Long way to go. Very talented Hornets team. Snap a little bit high, but Drew puts it down, and the kick is blocked, and that could be critical moving forward. Hunter Johnson broke through, so the kick no good. Teams come upfield, the Wildcats with some big insurance, brought to you by Walbeck Insurance. 6 insurance points gives them the lead, 27-14 on an IRMC playoff sports night on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
I'm Pastor Katrina Lottie from Homer City United Methodist Church. We are honored to be able to support the Homer Center Wildcats. This has been a difficult year. We want to let you know that you are not alone. You are seen, you are heard, and you are loved. We are open for in-person worship on Sundays at 9:30 a.m. with the wearing of masks and social distancing. Our sermons are also available on our Homer City United Methodist Church YouTube channel. Come and be encouraged.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman, and I'd like to offer my heartfelt thanks to everyone who voted for my re-election. I'm honored that you placed your trust in me, and with that trust, I guarantee I will continue to work tirelessly on your behalf to address challenges and move our region and our Commonwealth forward. I have every confidence that our future is bright. And speaking of our future, I salute all of our young student athletes for competing in the district and state playoffs.
Field, Ben Schmidt has it teed up for the Wildcats. Well, finally we have a Homer Center methodical drive instead of an explosive drive. We'll give it to you. Ben Schmidt, long kick, going to be taken by Jake Johnson at the 16-yard line, or maybe the 11-yard line, and going to be up over the 30, 35, and still on his feet, gets to about the 45-yard line. Riley Clevenger on the kick coverage team. And they kick deep, and Juniata Valley, good return.
Yeah, they had good field position. They're going to have to put together a drive. They're very capable of it. I'll tell you, I don't like that missed extra point, Mark.
Nope.
Juniata's got an excellent kicker. We don't want to get into that. But Homer was trying to change their cadence on the snap there to draw Juniata offside. It kind of backfired on them.
From the 44-yard line, Juniata Valley needs to put a drive together. 27-14. Jets motion by Brower, and they hand it off to Gabe. And Gabe Brower is tripped up, and somebody made a big tackle, limiting him to a yard or so. Might have been Michael Yunt. It was Michael Yunt that made a stop, the 6'3", 254-pound left tackle, only 1 yard to the 45.
That's what you want to get out of those D linemen. We got one of the best we ever had here at Homer Center coaching down there, Gene Raymond. He's proud of that boy on that play. It's a couple more plays like that. The line needs to take over right now. Let the linebackers fly.
Hello to Zach and Mick watching tonight's game from Hilton Head Island. Zach McCombie, a former Wildcat standout, and Hunter Johnson going to throw deep, and there's some bumping and tripping up, and no call, I think, is the right call. Jake Johnson and Michael Krajosik got tangled up, so it'll be 3rd down and 9. When I get a moment, I want to tell you something about Ben Schmidt. Maybe I can do it real quickly. Tonight he has his hands in all 27 points. He has his hands, Ward, his fingerprints. I have to do the math here. I'll have to get back to it after this.
Well,
play.
that was a break for Homer there. Krajosik did get tangled up, went to the ground. The ball had already been released, so it was well beyond either one of them.
3rd down and 9. Big play for both teams. 8:28 remaining in the game. Homer Center leading 27-14. Hunter Johnson, option right. They pitch it to Jace Rand. Chase up the right sideline. He's not going to get to the 1st down, but he gets to midfield. And now a decision. I bet Bill Musser goes for it on 4th down and 4. Shady McCoy on the tackle. Ball right at midfield. Here's the point on Ben Schmidt. He's had his fingerprints on the last 119 points. 57 against Purchase Line, all 35 last week in the win against Williamsburg, all 27 tonight.
Shady McCoy was shaken up again. He's got a gimpy ankle. He come off the field. Mogul's in there. Boy, this is big.
4th down, actually, they put the football down at the 48-yard line, so it's 4th and 6. Wildcat fans applauding below us, and a whistle and a flag on the far side. Let's see what this penalty is about.
Boy, if that's on Juniata, they're going to really be upset over there. They have not helped themselves with these penalties.
Or did Homer Center line up offside?
Well,
Let's
look,
see what the referee
official
says.
is turned toward Juniata.
Illegal procedure.
Wow.
Ward, I hate to keep hammering this point, but Schmidt has had a hand. Let's see, 149 and 27, 16.
Say every point they scored.
No, not quite. 100.
Big play here, Mark.
4th down and 11.
Everything's been big tonight for
Hunter
me.
Johnson throwing out pattern. It's caught 1st down. They move the chains as it was complete to Gabe Brower at the Wildcat 45-yard line. They needed 11 yards on that 4th down, and they got about 13.
That's clutch play. And the defense got a little lax there. Leave him open like that. Nice job of holding his feet in when he made the catch. That was close to the boundary, but he made the play. Now the Wildcats are looking at 4-down territory.
At the Wildcat 45, 8:11 to play in the game. Homer Center leading 27-14. They have a running back ran to the right, and now motion man is Boone, and they're going to give on a reverse, and Brower around the right end. Walbeck can't get him. He's down the right sideline and ahead for another 1st down inside the 35, so they come out with a little bit of a gimmick, and Travis Mock finally stopped them, but not before he gets 12 yards to the 33-yard line.
Vinny Taglietti into the ball game for Homer. That's the old double reverse, ran it in midget football back in the day when I played, and it worked pretty well there.
33-yard line, 1st and 10. Twin receivers near side, motion man. They fake it to Boone, give on an inside handoff. Jace Rand hops through a hole and has positive yardage. Tackled on the play by Shady McCoy. Or let's see, was that Shady?
It's Brandon Mogul.
Brandon Mogul. 80 and not 20.
I'm trying to see where McCoy is down here. I know he's limping around.
Rand, 105 yards rushing now on 16 carries. He's had a big playoff season here for the Hornets. Second down and about 6. Hunter Johnson looks to pass, throws, has Jake Johnson hit immediately by Michael Perjosic at the 24-yard line. Be about a yard shy of a first down. Clock continues to move as we move toward the 7-minute mark in this football game. Juniata Valley operating quickly. Hunter Johnson going to go under center, and it's a quarterback keeper, and he has the first down. He still hasn't gone down. Ben Schmidt has him, and great effort by Hunter Johnson. As hopping in to help was Justin, that is Caden Brown. But first down, Juniata Valley. They're in the red zone at the Wildcat 19-yard line.
Coy's is back in the game, Mark, left defensive end.
Receiver Landon Reed to the right boundary for the Hornets. Brower and Jake Johnson near side. And they give it to Chase Rand, and the Wildcats. Caden Brown has him. Boy, give Caden credit because he's playing with that broken bone in his left hand, and it's difficult to wrap up. But he sure wrapped up Rand, and he'll lose a yard.
And then he just helped him up with his good hand. Over needs more play. Like I said, the defensive line has got to make plays like that. Right now, this is where it's won.
An interception, if you're a Wildcat fan, watching or viewing or watching or listening to the game tonight would be huge. Hunter Johnson's thrown only 5 picks this season, or make it 6 now because he threw one tonight.
Pretty accurate.
Brower, as Johnson rolls to his right now, throwing for the end zone. Jump ball intercepted by Travis Mock.
I'll give you a pat on the back. You called that. You called that. Don't give me that look. Wow, and that was not one of Johnson's better efforts. I'm sure he wished, as soon as he threw it, he knew, oh, I shouldn't have thrown that.
We have immediate timeout on the field. That interception at about the 5-yard line. Indiana Regional Medical Center playoff sports night coverage continues. Big second turnover on the Hornets. The Wildcats have it. They'll be pinned deep. We'll need to protect the ball, but they can protect the lead, too. It's 27-14.
Really love the holidays at Graham Graham's, but it's tough to
relax.
The Dish guy heard us. Said with the Dish Anywhere app, we could bring the comfort of our home TV along with us. Live TV, on demand, even our DVR shows.
Feel good shows.
That put us right at ease. Mostly.
So many eyes.
Take live TV, on demand, and your home DVR anywhere. Dish, tuned into you.
Seeing our kids suit up for football, cheerleading, or band are once-in-a-lifetime moments our parents just don't want to miss.
Current conditions have changed the way we enjoy athletic events. We appreciate every opportunity to watch our kids perform, even if that looks a little different this year.
As a community bank, we're happy to partner with Renda Broadcasting's coverage of Heritage Conference football games. We are proud parents and supporters of our local schools.
Congratulations and good luck to all students, staff, and everyone involved.
Been involved in a collision or accident, call the collision repair specialist Petrov's A1 Auto Body, a family-owned business serving the community since 1946. Call Petrov's A1 Auto Body in Clymer, the collision repair specialist at 724-254-9417.
They're going to let Ben keep it, and Ben over the 5-yard, well, they started at the 6, so he's up to about the 9-yard line, maybe the 10 for a gain of 4. Dalton Dick, who's had a big game here for the Hornets, on the tackle. It'll be second down and 6. Wildcats just want to chew clock, maybe pick up some first downs. On that touchdown drive, I don't know that I gave the drive summary. 14 plays, 86 yards, that insurance drive. 7 minutes and 17 seconds. We haven't seen a lot of those old-fashioned.
And this is where you'd like to see it. We mentioned Ron Coleman. This is where those teams used to go. They used to win games by keeping the ball.
They were 4 of 6 on third down on that touchdown drive. Mock in motion. Schmidt fakes the handoff. Going to keep it and doesn't get much. Back to the 10-yard line, and that's all. No gain. You don't see that very much. Homer Center has not had a lot of negative plays this season when you're averaging 9.5. So third down and 10 to go. The 35-yard line. Well, that'll add to the average. On the tackle, Gabe Brower. And Ben He didn't play baseball, but boy, he slid into second base nicely there. Mick McCombie liked that, I bet.
The thing was, again, he ran to the weak side away from the motion, and I can't believe that side caved in like that. He was untouched. He got around the end. It was just a sprint.
40, 50, 55 yards, Jerry?
Wow.
55-yard run.
I don't want to use huge again. Rather large play in this game. 3:57 and counting.
Wildcats have never lost a home playoff game. They're looking to go 11-0. Give to Colin Troop. Now Juniata Valley may be looking like a team that's beat. Down and out. Not a lot of effort on that play. Ben Corrales on the tackle, but a gain of 6 for Troop.
Homer Center up 27-14, and they're just using the clock, 3:30 and counting. This is how you win games right here.
Credit the coaching staff, outstanding job. Warden, the Wildcat defense, they haven't allowed a point since the first quarter.
They've been spectacular here in this second half.
Schmidt with Troop to his left in the backfield. Krajosic receiver to the right, and they hand it off to Cullen. And Cullen, some positive yardage, going to be a couple of yards shy of a first down. And Juniata Valley, I think, is going to call timeout. They do with 3:04 remaining in the football game. Chase Rand on that tackle. What a football player he is. Timeout Hornets, 3:04 remaining in the game on an IRMC playoff sports night. 27-14 Wildcats trying to advance to another.
This is State Representative Jim Struzzi. I want to sincerely thank the people of the 62nd Legislative District for your overwhelming re-election support. I am truly honored to serve as your voice in Harrisburg and look forward to continuing the hard work ahead. Serious challenges face our communities, and we will address them through effective leadership, communication, compassion, and understanding. My staff and I are dedicated to serving you and working in partnership with our local, state, and federal leaders to make all of our lives better. I truly appreciate your support. And let's go, local teams.
Scott Hillsbury here with Colonial Toyota. I'm excited that our doors are finally open, and we're happy for all of our other local businesses too. We understand that buying a car right now may not be top priority for some, but for those looking for reliable transportation, we're here for you. With new Toyotas at 0% for 60 months and a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles, there's no better time to buy. So stop in at Colonial Toyota or visit us online at shopcolonialtoyota.com, where the experience can't be beat.
Down and 2, they'll obviously have 2 downs to go for it.
They got Travis Mock in the backfield.
Yes, they do have Travis Mock in the backfield. Fans chant, "Let's go Cats," down below us. Ben Schmidt fakes it to Mock, keeps it, and I think he has a first down. Needed 2, I think he got 3. It'll depend on the spot to about the 25-yard line. They're yelling, "Move the chains" down below us, and they will move the chains.
It just amazes me that every team that comes in and plays Homer Center knows about Ben Schmidt, and none to this point have been able to stop him. That's just amazing.
On the stop was Andrew Ross. Under 3 minutes to play in the game. Homer Center leading 27-14. They'll use every second of that play clock down to 20 seconds, and they're going to advance to another championship game. Schmidt, as we go down to 5 seconds on the play clock, hands it off to Travis Mock, who darts for a couple. And Juniata Valley going to use, I think, their final timeout. 2:21 left in the game. Homer Center is going to be playing at Mansion Park next weekend. It's 27-14 Homer Center on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
This is Tessa Bailey from Weaver's Pools and Spas, and we're proud to be part of tonight's internet broadcast. We've had another great year of Weaver's Pools and Spas, and we're now booking our projects for next year. So call us if you're ready to put in that pool you've always wanted. And don't forget, spa season is right around the corner. We have a great selection of spas in stock with prices to fit every budget. Weaver's Pools and Spas, Philadelphia Street.
Want to say hello to Shannon Kunla in North Carolina. He's been tuning into our video stream. Shannon, if you're watching tonight, you got to be proud of your hometown team. Shannon was an excellent receiver back in the 1990s. Ward, I have my sheet here. Semifinal matchups, you asked me if they were all here. The answer is no. Back in 1985, they beat Laurel Valley at Indiana High School 36-6 before beating Phillipsburg Osceola for their first title. That was the first year of the playoffs. And then in 1994, in the semifinals at Indiana High School, they beat the Portage Mustangs 35-14. And then right the year you were starting to work with me, beat Bellwood Annis on a John Long field goal, 3-0.
Remember that.
But the other semifinals have been here at Memorial Field. Bishop Carroll in 2013. Portage in 2016, they lost the championship game to the Marauders, and then over Ferndale in the mud here in 2017. Kobe Doherty, big interception return to end the first half. Give to Mock, and a flag flies, and Mock limited to a yard or so. Clock stop with 2:15 to play. Daniel Wagner, he's had a strong game, hasn't he? Wagner and Dalton Dick, Bouch, they've been a force, and I think Homer Center's offensive line has held up pretty well.
I thought they've done an excellent job.
Another penalty on Juniata Valley. This one, incidental face mask. So they'll move it forward, I think, 5 yards. I don't think that's an automatic first down, but it's pretty much a moot point. We'll have post-game reaction down on the field. Of course, we'll want to hear from Ben Schmidt. Broke Jesse Lee's record tonight. And head coach Greg Page will be joining us. Drew Kaufman. See if we can come up with a couple of the guys tonight. Ward, think about that. Some players have had
I'd like to
good
get
games.
some of those linemen on there. They have done a tremendous job.
And Ben hands it off, and I think it's Travis again. It is inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. I think that's going to be enough for a game-clinching first down for the Hornets. Daniel Wagner again. We want to congratulate Bill Musser and the Hornets coaching staff. They were looking to get back to a district championship game for a third straight year.
That's not an easy thing to do.
Oh, my goodness,
either.
no. Everybody loses seniors, right?
That's right.
There are no red shirts.
At this level, it's very hard.
So, and they have some, they do have some seniors this year, no doubt about that. But Rand will be back, and some linemen.
Yeah. I can give some credit to these two young ladies down here in front of us. They're in the middle of the field. They've been standing out there in the cold, doing a great job with the filming here. I wish I had their names.
We did acknowledge them earlier, the entire crew. They're listening to us down there. They can hear us giving them credit, right?
They better. Turn around and wave.
First down for Homer Center with 97 seconds, clock running, 15 on the play clock. Wildcats will play the winner of tomorrow night's Bishop Guilfoyle Purchase Line game. Ward and I will have the call of that on U92.5, also a video stream from Mansion Park. And Ben's going to take a timeout as, I don't know by design or not, but play clock was running down, about to expire. And the Wildcats on their way to victory, 27-14 on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
Couple of the coaches.
Every day, businesses find ways to face whatever challenge that day brings. Communities find new ways to come together, and families find more ways to stay connected. At First Commonwealth, we're ready to help you along the way, to help businesses take care of business, to help strengthen communities, and to help our neighbors look forward with confidence to whatever each day brings. We're ready, we care, and we're here to help.
Christy Sweet was diagnosed with breast cancer at just 32 years old. Fortunately, IRMC Cancer Center, in partnership with UPMC Hillman Cancer Center, is just 20 minutes from her home. Today, after chemotherapy, a double mastectomy, and radiation therapy, Christy is cancer-free. Learn more about Christy's story and the world-renowned cancer care right here in Indiana at upmchillman.com/IRMC.
You know what my favorite part of this is, Ward? No matter what happens, of course, we're rooting for Purchase Line tomorrow night, but Homer Center can push Guilfoyle to the visiting locker room next week.
Yeah, that's right.
Ben takes a knee. Jerry Rossi wants me to appeal the rules. He thinks that quarterbacks taking a knee, it should not be charged. It should be a team rushing
I
loss.
think he's right. I agree with that.
But
you know, you're not attempting to gain anything.
The rule is.
The rule is the rule. I know, but it's he's got a good point. Boy, we get to talk about that. You know, things are under control here. Only 6 points scored this whole half.
And
after the way that started, huh?
Wildcat defense shut out Juniata Valley after their second possession when they scored. All the teams, both teams, I should say, scored on the first 4 possessions. Ben takes a knee.
I don't think there was a lot of adjustment in terms of alignment. I think they just got after him a little more, and that's why they played so much better.
Ben takes a knee, and they count it down. Final 20 seconds going to run off. We are going to come back with the radio replays. We'll have post-game reaction on the field as well. Homer Center now 11-0 in home playoff games. And they are 6-0 in PIAA District 6 semifinal games. They're heading back to Mansion Park. Wow, this program has really been special to cover these past many years.
It's been fun, hasn't it?
We have a final score. Homer Center wins it 27-14 in the District 6 Class A semifinals. They'll play the winner of Purchase Line and Bishop Guilfoyle tomorrow night. Coming back with our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
The Indiana County Technology Center Adult Education Program offers a variety of career pathways for adults. Whether you're looking for a new career or simply just learn new skills, ICTC's selection of diverse programs will help you achieve your goals. Our programs are tailored to fit your needs and offer industry-specific certification opportunities. Call today at 724-349-6700 to find out how we can help you become more successful.
This is the Tire Man, James Cypress from Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center at Luther Ford, with bad news and some good news. The bad news is winter is coming. The good news, if you need tires, we can help. Buy 3 tires and you'll get the 4th one free. Plus, we offer at least 8 of the most popular tire brands in the country. The Tire Man will also throw in free lifetime tire rotation and a free alignment check. We will match or beat any competitor's price. But hurry, offer ends November 30th at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center at Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City.
Regrets. If only she'd parked in a garage. If only they had the chimney cleaned. If only they had Erie Insurance. Erie is seriously good insurance that treats you fairly and goes above and beyond to make you feel like your auto or home mishap never happened. At rates that'll save you as much as the other guys. So get a quote from Erie today. Because whatever your regrets in life, your insurance company shouldn't be one of them.
Erie Insurance.
If you want to reach more customers, advertise your business affordably, increase sales, and grow your business, this message is for you.
Hi, I'm Mark Burdick, Vice President and General Manager. At Renda Broadcasting, our marketing and digital team will take your advertising to new heights. Your business will soar with Renda Broadcasting and Digital. So if you're just getting your business off the ground or your existing business is sputtering, let our team go to work for you. Call Renda Broadcasting and Digital at 724-465-4700.
For more than 100 years, the Indiana Regional Medical Center has been your #1 health option, always striving to bring you the latest, most innovative medical care, like urgent care, now available in Indiana at MedExpress at 2128 Oakland Avenue. IRMC and MedExpress have formed an exciting new partnership for urgent care services. So when you have a cold or the flu, you've injured yourself and need diagnostic services for a sprain or fracture, your lab work, or have some non-emergency health issue, visit MedExpress, 2128 Oakland Avenue in Indiana.
Pastor Katrina Lottie from Homer City United Methodist Church. We are honored to be able to support the Homer Center Wildcats. This has been a difficult year. We want to let you know that you are not alone. You are seen, you are heard, and you are loved. We are open for in-person worship on Sundays at 9:30 a.m. with the wearing of masks and social distancing. Our sermons are also available on our Homer City United Methodist Church YouTube channel. Come and be encouraged.
Point at the 9:47 mark. It was 7-0 Homer Center, but back came Juniata Valley as the team.
That's why we call him.
Started with 7:11 left in the first quarter at their own 38-yard line. Big 4th and 5 pass play to Travis Mock. Took the football to the Juniata Valley 25-yard line. And then from the 24 on 2nd and 9, Ben Schmidt to his favorite target. Uh-oh.
We lose him.
Yeah, says we're connected. Do we lose you, Michael? Well, I'm not sure. I think we lost the connection. I'm going to call Michael on the radio side. Valley answered right back, starting at their own 37-yard line. A pass interference penalty helped Juniata Valley, and then from the 10-yard line, option right to Chase Rand, 10-yard run. Tied the game at 14-14 in the first quarter after Rodkey's second extra point. So we move to the second quarter, and Homer Center, after a big defensive stand, Jake Johnson was stopped on a 4th down and 3 at the 14-yard line. The Wildcats one of 2 86-yard drives. Schmidt 18 yards to midfield, and then an interference penalty on Juniata Valley. Took the football to the 31-yard line. 1st and 10, Ben Schmidt to Drew Kaufman. Trying to connect again. All right, and we improvise here on the move. Schmidt's extra point made it 21-14 at the 1:17 mark of the half, and that's where we were at the half. Starting the third quarter, Homer Center tried an onside kick. It failed because the ball traveled only 8 yards, and then a holding wiped out a first down for Juniata Valley. They had penalty issues tonight, and then Michael Krajosik with a big interception. Homer Center, their next drive, starting at the 20-yard line after that interception with 10:24 left in the third quarter. They didn't score, but Ben Schmidt, who needed 93 yards to pass Jesse Lee for the all-time rushing lead, Jesse Lee 3,262. Ben Schmidt zoomed by him on this play. And well-deserved at that. Homer Center didn't score on that drive, but they did on a drive that started late in the third, carried into the fourth quarter on a 4th down and 2, Juniata Valley offside. They committed 9 penalties for 80 yards tonight. Ben Schmidt took the football then from the Juniata Valley 6-yard line and got Homer Center some insurance in the fourth quarter. Yep, second 86-yard drive of the game for Homer Center. That one, 14 plays, uncharacteristic of this quick strike offense, but it was 27-14, and then on a 4th down and 11, they got a pass. Juniata Valley did as they looked to come back in this game. Took the football to the 45-yard line of Homer Center. A reverse took it to the Wildcat 33, but then an interception by Travis Mock at the 6-yard line sealed the game away for Homer Center. They remain unbeaten all time in home playoff games at 11-0. Coming back on our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show. Actually, we're going to keep it here, and we'll start with the postgame reaction right now with Shady McCoy of the Homer Center Wildcats. And
can you hear us, Shady?
Shady, let's see here. Shady,
yes, sir.
Can you hear us okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, congratulations. Sum up your feelings. You're going to Mansion Park for a District 6 championship game next weekend.
Yes, I am. That is, that's a different field.
Shady,
went there my freshman year.
Yeah. Shady, you have been one of the leaders on the defense. We need you to get the microphone a little closer to your mouth if you can. But you've been one of the leaders on this defense. As this season has progressed, you've gotten better and better.
I just work at practice with the rest of the team and do everything I can.
You know, this game had started out 14-14 after the first 4 possessions of the game, but then your defense didn't allow another point. Were there some adjustments made? What turned things around for you?
Coach just talked to us at halftime, and we just came out and executed.
Well, Shady, thanks for joining us. You'll play the winner of Purchase Line and Bishop Guilfoyle next weekend. You've performed quite well your senior year. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir, and we plan to go execute.
All right. Shane Shady McCoy from the Homer Center Wildcat defensive unit. And let's see who we're going to bring in here next for from Homer Center. We are hoping to get Caden Brown. Caden, I see, is heading the opposite direction. So we'll try to hook up with him. I'll tell you what we'll do right now is we're going to take a break while Chris Graham lines up some additional players for us. Homer Center wins at 27-14 on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
For more than 100 years, the Indiana Regional Medical Center has been your #1 health option, always striving to bring you the latest, most innovative medical care, like urgent care, now available in Indiana at MedExpress at 2128 Oakland Avenue. IRMC and MedExpress have formed an exciting new partnership for urgent care services. So when you have a cold or the flu, you've injured yourself and need diagnostic services for a sprain or fracture, your lab work, or have some non-emergency health issue, visit MedExpress, 2128 Oakland Avenue in Indiana.
Envelope somewhere, but it's not a good time now. Michael Burdig, we are back with you live at Memorial Field. Homer Center wins it 27-14 over the Juniata Valley Hornets, and as usually the case, one of the reasons why is because of the play of Ben Schmidt, who passed for 2 touchdowns tonight and rushed for 2 touchdowns tonight, broke the school's all-time rushing record. He's already smashed every passing record imaginable, and he has the headset strapped on down below us. Ben, can you hear me okay?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I can't hear it.
He's not, is the radio not on maybe? We're going to have to get him a different radio. You're not hearing us, Ben? All right, we'll try to get that straightened out. Is that radio turned on? We'll try to get this straightened out. Ward, if you can yell down to Chris or tell Chris Garetano maybe. Chris Garetano, the public. Got it solved. Ben, are you hearing me now? Okay, you're hearing me okay. I got to get your mic up now on my end. Well, here's what we want you to hear first before we pose any questions to you, okay? Listen to this. What do you think of that, young man?
That's awesome. Words can't describe that. I'm just blessed. All the glory to God. I'm just blessed.
Well, we've been blessed watching you play. The team has scored 183 points over the past 3 games or so back to Salzburg. You've had your hands in 176 of them. Cole McAnulty to blame for the other 7 down at Salzburg. Ben, let's talk about this game. It got off to a wild start. We thought we were going to be in store for another 50-45 type of game. But I want to switch sides. What turned the tide on defense? Because after their second possession, they didn't score.
Yeah, we knew we were going to have to make stops to win tonight. And I think we did a good job of that. And our defense really stepped up.
You heard the crowd reaction to your record-breaking run. You're now 11-0, the school is, in home playoff games. What's magical about Memorial Field?
It's the center of the universe. Yeah, there's something great about playing here, and we all love it.
Well, how do you feel about going to Mansion Park for another trip, another shot at a District 6 championship?
We all can't wait. It's really exciting.
Purchase line and Bishop Guilfoyle meeting tomorrow night. I know you'll keep an eye on that game, right? Wouldn't it be fun to have a Heritage Conference final?
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. I've been talking to some guys. That'd be awesome.
Ward, do you have anything for Ben?
No, Ben, just so proud of the way you run. Let me ask you one question, though. On the defensive side, I thought you guys really picked your intensity up, meaning that rather than wait to get hit, you guys were starting to hit first, and that seemed to turn that game around. Was that going on out there? Did I miss something? Or I know you did something to ramp it up.
You should ask Coach T. I mean, he made sure that happened.
Well, that's good.
All
That's
right.
good.
Ben,
We'll give you a break. You've been down there long enough. Your mom and dad are waiting on you.
It's hard to talk in this thing.
Yeah, so you're better off. Tell your teammates, keep one ear off and one on. That delay won't bother you as much, okay? So if you'd pass that along, congratulations, Ben. All-time rushing leader, all-time passing leader. Yeah, the center of the universe, and you're the heartbeat. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ben Schmidt of the Homer Center Wildcats. We're going to bring in Travis Mock. Travis had a big pickup in this game, Ward, on a 4th down and 5 play on Homer Center's second possession, and it extended a drive, and then the Wildcats finished off that drive to regain the lead after Juniata Valley had tied it. And Travis, hopefully you're hearing me okay. I just mentioned the 4th and 5 pass play that you hauled in midway through the first quarter to keep a drive alive, and it looked like this was going to be another, I call them Arena League football games, the way some of these high-scoring games have gone, but this one did settle down. But talk about that 4th and 5 play, what the play call was and the execution on it.
I mean, I give all the credit to Ben and our coaches. Ben, he makes great throws. He makes wonderful reads all the time. The coaches, I relay to the coaches, as do all the receivers, what we're seeing on the field, and the coaches relay back to us what they're seeing from the sidelines. And we're able to come up with something, and Ben executes very well.
You know, last year and last couple of years, Kobe Doherty, of course, was a focal point of the offense, but you and Drew kind of flew under the radar a little bit, and you had good, solid seasons last year. Now, this year, Michael Krajosik steps in, kind of replacing the void from losing Kobe Doherty. You and Drew keep doing your thing. There's a lot of chemistry between the three of you, isn't there?
There is. I love it. I mean, it makes it tough on any team whenever you have 3 receivers like us and you can spread us across the entire field, and you have a quarterback like Ben. I mean, it really makes it tough on D-backs.
Well, let me flip to the defensive side. Late in the game, 27-14, Juniata Valley hits a big 4th down play to keep the drive alive, and then a reverse takes it to the 33. Next thing you know, they're looking to claw back into the game. But number 30 to the rescue, interception down at the 6-yard line. Talk about that pick.
I'm not going to lie. After I came up afterwards, I looked at the ref and I was asking him if it was 4th down. I scared myself a little bit, but I'm glad that I don't know. I can't.
You mean as opposed to knocking the pass down?
Yes.
You were worried. Well, you know what? That's an instinctive play. I don't think anybody would have blamed you for that because that happens at all levels. But it was a big pick, and you were stride for stride. It kind of turned into a jump ball, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Word, anything for Travis?
No, just a great game, Travis. I've enjoyed watching you all year. I want to see one more time now. We're going to do this next week again, aren't we?
Yes, sir.
Feel pretty good going back to the District 6 championship?
It feels amazing.
All right, one final question for you, and I'll let you go. Your nickname is Newt. Why is that?
Well, I was never a big kid. My parents called me Newt since I was, probably as long as whenever I was learning to walk. I don't know. It kind of just stuck throughout the years.
Well, I like it. I like the way you play. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Newt Mock. I like it. We're going to pass the baton. And, Travis, tell whoever's up next to leave one side of that headset off. You get a little bit of a delay, and it causes some issues, so it's easier with one ear off and one ear on, okay?
Okay.
So we'll see who's next. Couple more players to go before we get to head coach Greg Page. And a young man, a receiver, and a defensive back. We had him on last week. He caught 2 more touchdown passes tonight. Drew Kaufman. Drew, congratulations. Sum up your feelings going back to a D6 title.
It's just incredible. I can't even describe the feeling. It's just great getting this last win at home. Looking forward to next week.
Drew, something that I don't know many fans, maybe my fault, quite frankly, that I haven't passed this along because I have a lot of numbers and history on Homer Center football. You have moved, I don't even want to say quietly, but you've moved into second place all time in receiving yardage. I think you know the one guy ahead of you. That is Kobe Doherty, who was a good one. But you, this year, you were averaging 27 yards a catch. You have about 55 or so receptions the past 2 seasons. That's a bunch of passes you've taken in from Ben Schmidt. You've turned into a really special football player. I know you've worked very hard at it, haven't you?
Yeah, I worked really hard in the off season, but a lot of that credit goes to Ben and our O-line, who gives him so much time to get the ball out.
You got Homer Center their second touchdown of the game on a 24-yard receptions on a 2nd down and 9 play to get the lead back. A lead, I guess that they did tie the game up. I was going to say a lead. Well, it was a lead you never relinquished. But talk about that play, 2nd and 9. What was the play call? And walk us through that.
Well, it was we needed a 1st down, and we ran a comeback. When I caught it, the guy slipped off me, and I just took it in.
How much of a goal? Everything this whole 2020 year has been kind of crazy, but I'm sure once you felt, like, okay, we're playing games, we're going to keep on playing, was it a goal to get back to, I'm sure it was, to get back to Mansion Park?
Oh, absolutely. It's been a goal since after my freshman year.
Ward, anything for Drew?
No, just another great game, Drew. You remind me so much of Totino from Ligonier Valley. You remember him?
Oh, yeah.
You do the same things, bud. You get good body position, and you just don't drop balls. What is it? You don't even have stick 'em on. How do you do that?
Thank you. I don't know. I just catch the ball.
You had some big catches,
Keep it up.
big plays tonight. You're my Julian Edelman. Both he and Mock remind me a little bit of that guy, too.
Great.
Hey, congratulations. We'll talk to you this week, and we'll see you next week at Mansion Park.
All right, thank you very much.
Drew Kaufman of the Homer Center Wildcats. Ward, quietly, like I said, 55 or so receptions.
Yeah, he's just piling them up. He don't drop the football, Mark.
No, he doesn't.
Commented on that.
And we have one final guest to work through tonight, Caden Brown, and we'll get to head coach Greg Page. Hey, when you get to this level, District 6 championship game straight ahead, we'll take some extra time. We don't mind talking to these guys. Caden, hopefully you're hearing me okay. We recommend, because of the slight delay, one of your ears on the headset and one off. So that'll make it a little easier for you. Caden, you didn't play football, since junior high and came back out this year. I'd say you made a pretty good decision.
Yeah. Sorry, I can hear the delay in my ear.
Like I said, take one half of it off and kind of put it behind your ear, and that'll be a little easier, I think, for you. Talk about the decision to come back and play football again this year.
Well, it was my senior year, so I figured I should come out and play again. There was a lot of people telling me I should come out again.
Well, you're a strong young man. You're athletic. You've done a heck of a job, for the most of the season. You're at a nose guard position, and then they bounce you outside, maybe take advantage of your athleticism and strength on the edge, because the defense had been struggling in that regard. So there's more responsibility there. So talk about that adjustment you've had to make.
It's a little bit more thinking to be out there, but it wasn't the hardest thing ever to adapt to. A lot of the movements are similar to nose guard.
So you break a bone in your hand last week. You're playing with a cast on. You said nothing was going to keep you out of this game, right?
Yeah, I figured if I'm only here for however much longer we have, I didn't want to miss for just a broken hand.
How good does it feel in your triumphant return to football to be going back to Mansion Park?
It really feels amazing. It's indescribable.
we have sometimes trouble describing Ben Schmidt and what he does on the football field. You're on the sideline when Ben's on offense. I'm just curious, from your perspective, maybe even practice week, what he brings to the team as far as leadership skills. Or do you sit in amazement on the sideline and watch, some of the things he does?
Honestly, yes. It's crazy to watch, even in practice.
Caden, you have something for Caden Ward?
Yeah, hey, you got a great voice. You ought to get into broadcasting when you're done here.
I'm looking for a
Thank you.
I'm looking for a color analyst.
Listen to
Caden.
that voice, man. That's a great voice.
All right, Caden, congratulations. You've meant a lot to this football team. I don't know if, a lot of credit to Ben, no doubt about that, in the offense. But what you've done on the defensive side, I don't think it can be understated. You filled a big void, and you've done a heck of a job. Good going.
Thank you.
All right, Ed. That's Caden Brown of the Homer Center Wildcats. Coach Page is up next on our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show, 27-14. Homer Center wins it on to the District 6 championship game next weekend. Back with the coach after this on the WCCS Wildcat Football Network.
This is Tessa Bailey from Weavers, Pools, and Spas, and we're proud to be part of tonight's internet broadcast. We've had another great year of Weavers, Pools, and Spas, and we're now booking our projects for next year. So call us if you're ready to put in that pool you've always wanted. And don't forget, spa season is right around the corner. We have a great selection of spas in stock with prices to fit every budget. Weavers, Pools, and Spas, Philadelphia Street.
Welcome you back to our first Commonwealth Bank post-game show. Homer Center on to the District 6 championship game. They remain unbeaten at home in playoff games, 11-0 all time. They'll play the winner of Bishop Guilfoyle and Purchase Line next weekend at Mansion Park. And joining us is Greg Page, 14th year head coach of the Wildcats. And Coach, before you came out of the locker room at halftime, I said to Ward Hilliard, true story, it's going to be an important first series of the second half. And I said, you know what? Maybe they'll go onside kick. I swear I said that, and you go onside kick. So first of all, I did not know you listened to us and in the room. We figured you did because of some of the brilliance coming out of the room when you follow up, on our halftime commentary. But probably would have worked if it goes 10 yards. But talk about that decision. I know it had nothing to do with me.
No, but, it must have been a lot of guys thinking about that because as soon as we got back there, I think it was Nick Raymond or Mookie had noticed from the iPad that their middle guy was kind of backing off. So we planned it. We went over it. And then Ben goes, 8/10 instead of 10/10. So it didn't go. I said to one of the coaches on the sideline, I said, I hope he doesn't overkick it. Well, I'd have taken that, I think, rather than underkicking it. But good idea.
Well, let's get to the your main commentary on this game. You're going back. I know it was very, very important to you to get this group that has been so special for you back to Mansion Park for a shot at a District 6 title. Sum up your feelings and that to that point, the importance.
Well, I think it's important to everybody. I mean, everybody says about getting there or let's get to the carpet. We've used a couple of those sayings. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel so good for our seniors. They've been good leaders, no trouble. You know, sometimes you got to rattle them a little bit, rattle their cages, but they show up every day and they work. All 10 of them. I think we're at 10 right now. And it's just, I'm happy for them and the supporting cast and our assistant coaches. It's been a great ride. It's been strange this season, but we've made the best of it. And except for one hiccup about a month ago, we've been playing really good football.
Well, this game started out like it was going to be another shootout at the OK Corral. 14-14 after 4 possessions in the football game. Normally we talk about your explosive offense, but let's start with the defense because they shut it down after that, didn't allow a point, couple of interceptions, Krajosic and Mock, and you blanked them the rest of the way.
Yeah, you know, they hit us with a couple things in those first couple scoring drives. I mean, that's a credit to them. You know, they got good football players, and they hit, I think it was the split end on one, and you got past Michael Krajosic. That's not usually how Michael plays. He bounced back later with a big-time interception, and then they got down inside our red zone, and they got the ball to Rand, and he just skirts out around the end. So they got good football players. But overall, we didn't really change a whole lot. We just emphasized what we wanted to do, and we ended up making some very good stops. Mock's interception there, I don't know if it was early fourth, I think, was huge.
Well, actually, that interception came with 5:56 remaining in the game. It looks like they're going to make things interesting, and you're right, it was huge. We talked to Newt about that. And Ward had a comment. I'll turn the mic over to him because he thought there was maybe one change with your defense, and Ward, it was about how they were attacking things, right?
I actually thought they came out with a little more fire after the first half, and they were not waiting to get hit. I just felt that they were waiting to get hit a little too much. I saw a lot of guys flying backwards, and I didn't see that in the second half. So I thought somebody might have talked to them a little bit about hitting first instead of getting hit.
Well, we talked to them about it all week, but you're right. I think we did come out with more of a purpose. What was it, 21-14 at the half?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so, you know, I went in and said, this is the most important half of football of your life. So let's come out. We set the tone. We didn't get the onside kick, but we did a nice job keeping them away. And then we just kept that up. I can't give enough credit to Tony and Mike Arone, Gene and Nick Raymond, Joe Izzy. I mean, Matt Rodke, who helps Mike with the secondary. I mean, those guys, good plan together. And then the kids have to buy in and be physical.
Before I get to your quarterback, Ben Schmidt, Drew Kaufman tonight, you know, a couple of touchdown receptions again. He's had, coming into the game, he had exactly 50 receptions the last 2 seasons. I think under the radar a little bit. I mentioned I didn't want to jinx him, but at one point in the second half, I don't know that I've seen him drop a pass. Everybody drops a pass like a sure-handed, easy catch. I don't know that it happens with Drew. But I don't know what he had tonight reception-wise. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4,
was it 6?
5 receptions on Jerry's chart. So that's 55 the past 2 seasons. He was averaging 27 yards a catch coming in. And Newt and Krajosic, you know, nice trio, but Kaufman has been special.
He has. I was just talking to Adam, his dad, last night at the district volleyball game. I said to him, he came back from the whole COVID thing after the break. I said he's been incredible. I mean, he just really stepped it up. I'd have to attribute a lot of that to his desire, but I'm sure a lot of it was he did some things on his own, his work ethic. But he's been incredible. I mean, he's got a good synergy with Ben. All 3 of those guys do, and Shady McCoy's come along too. But he's been lights out. I'm so proud of him.
You know, Ward says I know everything, all things Wildcat football. But I did not know you were going to use Cole McAnulty as much tonight. Was that by design or due to a little injury?
No, it was by design. You know, we've been kind of grooming him at that sidecar. I got to tell you, when he runs some positions in a scout offense against our first D, he's a handful. I mean, we can't catch him half the time. He has a good plant and sticks his foot in the ground and makes good cuts. And Troopy didn't do anything wrong. Troopy still ran well tonight. but we thought we'd change it up, and I thought Cole had some good runs.
Yes, he did.
And
He
we actually were working Michael Krajosic some as a sidecar, but we didn't get to that, so maybe we can use that in the future.
I think Cole's biggest run, when you're pinned deep at your own 14, he punched it out over the 20-yard line, and it's off and running on an 86-yard touchdown drive. Okay, now let's get to your quarterback. Out of your last 183 points, and thanks to Cole McAnulty in a mop-up roll down at Salzburg, Ben Schmidt has had his fingerprints in 176 of the last 183 points. I would say he's an integral part of your offense.
Well, wasn't it last week you were saying maybe we should look for another quarterback?
Yeah. He. I think there was something you weren't happy with, all the bobbled snaps, and I asked if you were going to make a change.
Well, I wasn't happy with that.
Well, I thought you listened to me when I saw number 12 trot out, but he was a sidecar, as you mentioned.
Yeah. You know what? He's been special. I mean, you can use all the superlatives. He's a 4-year guy. He's perfect for this offense. I'm so happy for him. I told the one reporter, I love Jesse and Ian Lee. They had the rushing record before Ben, but at least it's one of my guys. That's since I've been coaching, but he's just been incredible.
I was going to say, pretty interesting. Ben Schmidt, his freshman year, 132 yards rushing. He managed that offense that Jesse Lee, was a big part of when Jesse rushed for 1,423 his senior year. Jesse, his freshman year, 128. So 4 yards difference. Sounds like I'm talking about election results here. The sophomore year, 1,005 for Jesse, 899 for Ben, 1,071 his junior year for Ben, 706 for Jesse, who had some injuries that year, and then 1,423 for Jesse. Ben entered tonight with 1,068. He tacks on 194, call it 200, so 1,200, 68 yards or so. His in a truncated season.
In 7 games, yeah. As a quarterback who's throwing for a crap ton of yards too. Yeah.
Well, he's averaged only rushing and passing 396 yards of offense coming in per game.
Yeah, we'll take it. I don't know what else to say. He's been great. He'll credit the other guys because it takes everybody. But I'm glad he's on our side.
Coach Musser have anything to say after the game, because they were looking to get back to the District 6 championship for a 3rd straight game? I'm sure he was impressed with number 3.
He was. I mean, he talked more in general. We've become friends. He's a great guy. I told him just a minute ago, I said, you can tell your kids buy in and believe. They got that kind of program. I told him that they put it to us last year over there, and I used that in the offseason as motivation, not against them, just the way we played. But I got a lot of respect for what he's done. I mean, he's been up there the last couple years with his team.
Coach, we're proud of you, proud of your assistant coaches and your ball club, going back to Mansion Park next weekend against the winner of Purchase Line and Bishop Guilfoyle. Ward and I are going to be doing that game tomorrow at Mansion Park. We'll be streaming it too. You'll probably be there, and I'm sure you'll buy us dinner after the game.
Well, we're going to eat before the game, so I think you're out of luck. Hey, I want to give a shout-out, too. I mentioned our varsity assistants. I think I got them all. But our junior high guys, their season's been over, and they come up with us every day. Mookie, Dave and John Cook, and Donnie Mester, your old fox of a friend, who's they just love being around it, and I'm glad they're there too. And Trainer Bob, he's a warrior, buddy. So we've had a good run with all those guys.
Coach, 6-0 in Piattaboy District 6 semifinal games, off to Mansion Park for another crack at the school's 5th District 6 championship next weekend. Congratulations.
Thank you guys very much.
Head coach Greg Page of the Homer Center Wildcats, and we're going to come back and wrap things up. Ward will give you the stats. We're also going to sign off on the video side. We'll continue for a final time on the radio side as we say goodnight on the video stream. We hope you've enjoyed that production tonight, and we'll see if we're able, with District 6 rules, to stream next weekend's game as well from Mansion Park. That will be determined. We will be streaming tomorrow night's other semifinal game with Purchase Line and the Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders. Coming back on